a fly ball to left field deep. Way back! Way back! This ball is gone! A walk-off home run! Newport Gulls win it here in the 11th.
This is the Newport Gulls pregame show, live from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Branham sets, kicks, and deals. Swinging and a strike three. The Newport Gulls are 2009 Eastern Division champions.
Coming up, interviews, stats, standings, lineups, and a whole lot more.
Swinging a high drive to deep right. Oh, is this ball crushed? Way back and gone. Joey Manning with a towering shot. Swinging a high drive to deep left, and you can forget about it. Cal Conley with his third home run of the game.
Stay tuned. The Newport Gulls pregame show starts now on the NECBL Broadcast Network. In his 8th season covering Newport Gulls baseball, here is play-by-play broadcaster Nick Lima.
Hello and welcome to Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island, where tonight the Newport Gulls will take on the Sanford Mainers in the third matchup between these two Eastern Division opponents on the regular season. Newport coming off a loss on the road last night, a game which they trailed 8-0, came back to nearly tie it in the ninth inning. Newport falling 9-8 on the road to the Holyoke Blue Sox in the opening of interdivision play. They return to Eastern Division action here tonight as the Sanford Mainers are in town. Brett Graves on the mound for the Newport Gulls, making his second start of the season. In front of the hometown fans here at Cardines Field, it's Newport Gulls baseball. The pregame show begins next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport. Now time for the front office report, joined by Newport Gulls General Manager Chuck Paver. Chuck, how are you today?
Good, Nick. How are you doing? A great day here in Newport, isn't it?
It's another fantastic day, a nice sunny day. Of course, we've had a couple of rainouts so far this season, one of which will be made up as part of a doubleheader here next week, but for the most part, the weather's been pretty good here in June.
Yes, it has. You get spot showers around New England, typical, but they come and go, and when you're around the water, you never know if they're going to hit us.
Chuck, the Newport Gulls coming into this game with a winning record. They're 9-4. Tough loss on the road last night, but the hometown ballpark here at Cardines Field has been very good to them. They're 4-1 here at home.
Nick, I've always said this. June is like spring training and July is your season, so it really doesn't matter. Every win counts and it's important, but July is when it gets a heat up for these kids. They've only played 13 games. They got another 41 to go, or 31 to go, thereabouts. So it's a long season, and July is going to be the hectic time for these guys.
June coming to an end in the next couple of days, and also coming to an end will be Alex DeLeon's time at the Newport Gulls. He will be missed. His bat was very lively here in the time we had him.
Great player, great kid, great individual. We're going to be sorry to miss him, but we did fill in with another couple of guys here that will be adequate and more than adequate. They're great players. So we're not going to miss a beat. Listen, he's a great player, but we got great players replacing him. Jeff
Miller has been swinging a very hot bat to start the season. Then he went down with an injury. He's come back, and that hot bat has not cooled off.
Well, that's good to see. Jeff is our inspirational leader, our team leader. To me, he's my de facto captain. He's going to lead us because he's been here before. He knows what it takes, and we couldn't play with. I'm happy Jeff took the time he needed off to get healthy.
What other roster moves can we expect for the Newport Gulls? We've noticed a couple players have been deactivated.
That's correct. We brought in today Caleb Kellogg from Louisiana Lafayette. He's a right-handed pitcher. He was their closer for 2 years, so he'll be a strong arm in the back end of the bullpen for us. And then we're pretty much set to go. We talked to the coaching staff about our current roster and a current group of players, and we all feel that we got enough ammunition here to get it done with this group of men. As long as no one gets hurt, we'll be okay.
Is there anything to report as far as the injury report right now? Is the team, by and large, healthy?
Well, Charlie White still has that lingering wrist-hand injury, but he seems to be getting stronger. There's a possibility. We were going to shut him down and send him home. He was thinking about doing that, but I just talked to him. He may try to wait a couple more days. Maybe something will work out.
Newport Gulls defensively have been sharp here to start the season. They're about third or fourth in the league in fielding percentage and fewest errors committed. But the double plays turn factor has been big for Newport. When the pitchers do allow runners on base, the infield behind them turns double plays at an alarming rate, the most double plays turn of any team in the NECBL, despite playing the fewest number of games so far.
Well, that's always good to see. I've always told you, Nick, and I, we base the focus of this team on pitching and defense. And then hitting, we'll put good hitters in this place, but we want pitching and defense. It's going to win most games in wood bat leagues.
What can you tell us about tonight's starter for the Newport Gulls, Brett Graves, making his second start of the season?
Very talented young man. I think his last outing he ran into a little command problems, but you've seen his stuff. You've seen his athleticism. He's a kid from Missouri who got a chance to pitch on the weekends, and the reason for that is because he's a talented kid. So he'll figure it out here. He's only going to get better.
It's Middletown Little League night here at Cardines Field. Of course, the Newport Gulls have a pretty close relationship with the Little Leagues here on Aquidneck Island, and now in Tiverton, too, as part of the youth summer camp program and other factors as well.
Huge part of our organization, huge part of our community reach, great opportunity to get involved with our local kids. For all the right reasons, it's one of the best things that we've done here, and we're excited about our relationship with Middletown Little League.
Newport Gulls General Manager Chuck Paper, thanks for joining us here in the pregame show. Catch up with you in a week or so on the front office report.
Nick, thanks for having me as always.
That's our pregame visit with the Newport Gulls front office. The pregame show continues next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Now it's time for the Gulls Eye View. As we take an inside look into the Newport Gulls organization today, joined by Newport Gulls pitcher Frank Holbrook. Frank, thanks for joining us here in the pregame show.
No problem.
Frank, you've been a long-time Aquidneck Island native, as you've grown up watching the Newport Gulls, a former host family as well, and now you're playing for the team. It's going to be an interesting dynamic.
It's a lot of fun. Looked up to these guys growing up, and it's great to be playing here.
Who have you had so far as a host family in the past few years?
Mike Seander, Dan Gamache, and Kevin Moran.
A couple of those players, pitchers. Of course, you're here as a pitcher now for the Newport Gulls. Did you learn anything from them, or?
I grew up playing against all of them. Dan was on my Little League team in Middletown for a while, and Kevin and Mike I played against in Legion, so played against them, learned stuff from them just watching them.
So, of course, you generally have had host family players with the Rhode Island connection, and, of course, you now have the closest connection here to the team growing up in Middletown.
Yeah, they're all from Rhode Island. A lot of good ball players, good friends, so it's nice to be playing here.
Frank, looking back to last night in Holyoke, it was a tough loss for the Newport Gulls. Down 8-0 early on, but the team never said die. They battled back, eventually falling in the ninth inning 9-8.
It was good. The first couple innings were a little rough. We just put our head down to play, kept our at-bats, didn't turn over, so it was nice to see coming together as a team, so it's good.
Going up against an opponent tonight in the Sanford Mainers, a team that you see 8 times over the course of the season. This will already be the third matchup between these two ball clubs. How do you rebound? You just put that last night's loss behind you, or what you do?
Yeah, you just come out to the park like every day, prepare well, and we like our chances here, and we love playing at home, so see what happens.
All right, Frank Holbrook, Newport Gulls pitcher. Thank you for joining us in the pregame show, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
That's the Gulls Eye View. Newport Gulls Baseball's pregame show continues next. We'll have the Manager's Show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Now time for the Manager's Show, joined by Newport Gulls Field Manager Mike Coombs. Skip, how are you today?
I'm doing okay, Nick. How are you?
Doing well. Newport Gulls coming off a loss last night on the road against the Holyoke Blue Sox.
Yeah, Holyoke played well against us. We kicked it around at the beginning of the game and gave them some runs, and then they kicked it around at the end of the game and gave us some runs. So it was 9-8 little slugfest error game. It wasn't a pretty game. It was kind of ugly to watch.
It was one of those games where the Gulls fell behind early, 8-0, but then did battle their way back, falling up short in the end.
Yeah, you can't give 6 runs up in an inning and expect to win a game. It's just hard to do. I mean, once the other team gets 6 up, it kind of deflates your ego a little bit, deflates everything you got going on, and it's hard to come back. But our guys did, and it was close.
The loss did snap a 3-game winning streak as the Newport Gulls defeated the Mystic Schooners here at Cardines Field on Wednesday night.
Yeah, that was a good ball game, I thought. What about you?
I thought it was a good game.
I thought it was a real good game. Yeah.
Of course, the Newport Gulls taking on the Sanford Mainers here tonight. It's the third time they're facing Sanford, although in a pitcher that they haven't seen yet, so it's like a new opponent.
Yeah, Sanford always does a good job. They always throw quality pitchers at us, and they play defense and hit the ball around. So, it's no given. They got a good club.
Brett Graves gets the start for the Newport Gulls tonight.
Yeah, Brett's on the bump tonight. Let's see what he can do.
Around the Newport Gulls clubhouse, a couple of changes along the roster. Some players released. Some players who never made it here have been removed from the roster, but a couple players have been added, including Caleb Kellogg.
Yeah, Caleb's from my hometown, Lakeland, Florida. He's a kid out of Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette was their closer there this past year and did a fine job for them. We caught wind that he was available, so he's on the roster, ready to go.
Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs, thanks for joining us in the pregame show. Catch up with you next week.
Thanks, Nick.
That's our pregame visit with Mike Coombs. Newport Gulls baseball is next as the Gulls take on the Mainers here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And hello once again from Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. Nick Lima alongside Jacob Willett here on the NECBL Broadcast Network as we get set for baseball. Newport Gulls pregame show continues. The Gulls and the Mainers in the third game of the 8-game season series getting underway here tonight as Trip Davis gets to start for the Sanford Mainers, facing off against Brett Graves, the right-hander for the Newport Gulls, Davis a lefty. Gulls and the Mainers here tonight. Newport coming off a loss last night at Holyoke, where the Blue Sox defeated the Newport Gulls 98, a contest in which the Newport Gulls were originally trailing 8-0. They came back in the 6th inning, played a couple of runs, added 2 more in the 7th, and added a couple more in the 9th, eventually making the score 9-8. But the Gulls, the bases loaded in the 9th, fell just short, and the Blue Sox took the victory. Newport winless now in Holyoke, going back to 2006. But the Gulls, who had a 3-game winning streak, snapped last night, looking to rebound here tonight as they take on the Sanford Mainers at home for the second time this season and overall for the third contest. Again, Nick Lima alongside Jacob Willett. And Jacob, looking forward to a good matchup here tonight between these two teams.
Oh, it should certainly be a good matchup. It always is between these two teams. The Mainers, however, are also looking to rebound as they're on a 3-game losing streak. They lost last night in Vermont against the Mountaineers 8-3. The Mainers, however, did put some runners on base in the 9th inning. However, we're only able to plate 1 run and an inning double play 5-3 to end that matchup. At first, the Mainers had pretty much everything going for them. Just needed to put the pieces together to get things turned around. However, their hitting has kind of gone downhill a little bit. Their fielding has finally picked up as that started off a little rocky. And unfortunately, the Mainers pretty much last in every category besides average, as they were 9th out of 10 in average in the offensive category, but last in pretty much other major offensive category in the league. However, pitching stands at 2nd in the league with a 3.89 ERA. Excuse me, a 3.80, just ahead of the North Adams Steelcats 3.83. So hopefully today the Mainers will be able to rebound. Should we go over lineups now, or should we hold on?
We'll have the Stein Labs coming up in just a couple of minutes. The pregame show continues. We'll step away, and we're back with a look on a roundup of action around the NECBL. Have the starting lineups and much more still to come next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field, a roundup of action around the NECBL. Last night, of course, the Newport Gulls did fall to the Holyoke Blue Sox, a final score of 9-8 on the road. Sanford Mainers falling to the Vermont Mountaineers 8-3. North Adams Steelcats shut down by the Keene Swamp Bats 12-2. The Bedford Bay Sox over the Laconia Muskrats 10-7. And the Danbury Westerners defeated the Mystic Schooners at home 12-6. Around the league tonight, a full slate of action already underway. Laconia is at Mystic. That game got underway at 6:05. And there is no score report out of there yet. Nothing in the top of the 2nd inning. Elsewhere around the league, Keene's at Danbury, getting away in just about 3 minutes at 6:30. North Adams is at Holyoke on 6:30 start time as well. And the only other contest, an interdivision play, New Bedford's at Vermont, also a 6:30 start time. In the Eastern Division, Newport 9-4 leads the NECBL East. New Bedford Bay Sox at 11-6 are tied for first place. 3.5 games back out of the Laconia Muskrats at 7-9. 5.5 back out of the Sanford Mainers at 4-10. And the Mystic Schooners at 2-13. 8 games back trail the NECBL Eastern Division in 5th place. In the West, the Keene Swamp Bats on top, 11-4. At 10-7, the North Adams Steelcats are 2 games back in 2nd place. The Danbury Westerners and Holyoke Blue Sox are now tied for 3rd. They're both 8-8 and 3.5 games out of the lead. And the tight race continues in the West, with even the Vermont Mountaineers in 5th place at 8-9 are just 4 games out of 1st place. That's a look around the NECBL. We'll come back and have the starting lineups next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport as we await the national anthem Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First, for the visiting Sanford Mainers, here again is Jacob Ouellette.
Thank you, Nick. Leading off for the Mainers is the second baseman, Troy Black, giving Jose Taraba the night off. Eno Patron will be batting second in right field. Jordan Hagel, the center fielder, will be batting third tonight. Jordan Betts, who had a home run in Vermont last night, will be at third base batting fourth. Anthony Hajar will be behind him batting fifth, playing first base. Mark Wiest will be back at shortstop batting sixth. Paul Cronenfeld will be doing the DHing for Trip Davis. And Brett Armour will be doing the catching for Davis in the 8th slot. And Brian Doran in left field tonight, rounding out the order. And once again, Trip Davis on the hill for the Mainers.
They'll be facing off against Brett Graves, the right-hander, 3.60 ERA, no record in 3 appearances, 1 start on the season. This is his second start. Out of University of Missouri for the Tigers was 4-5 this spring, a 5.91 ERA. Has worked 10 innings, giving up 6 hits, 4 runs, all the Maryland, 8 walks and 15 strikeouts so far this season for the Newport Gulls. Fish comes in at 6'1", 173 pounds, native of St. Charles, Missouri. For the Newport Gulls, leading off tonight will be Casey Kaufman, Gulls' solid leadoff hitter, batting .308, back in the leadoff spot, batting second, Joel McKeith in the shortstop. Hitting third is Alex DeLeon, the designated hitter, who will be leading the team on Sunday for good, so only a couple games left to see Alex's hitting prowess. Batting cleanup tonight, Brett Winger, first baseman, Steve Anderson the night off. Jeff Melillo bats fifth, starting at catcher. Yale Rosen, the center fielder, bats sixth. Batting seventh is Austin Slater, the third baseman. Connor Canary starts at second base and bats eighth. And rounding out the order for the Newport Gulls, John Norwood, the left fielder, will be facing off again against Trip Davis out of New Jersey Institute of Technology, where he's a junior, native of Greenville, Ohio. Checks in at 6'1", 195 pounds, 1-2, making his 4th start of the season in ERA 3.38. Game time temperatures about 75 degrees. It's a bit humid. Under sunny skies, not a cloud in sight after a couple brief rain showers this morning. It really cleared out. It's been a beautiful, gorgeous day here in the city by the sea. A southerly wind blows at 10 to 15 miles per hour from right to left. It should be a little bit of a factor tonight. The sea breeze affecting contest here. Newport Gulls 4-1 at home, 9-4 overall. The Sanford Mainers 4-10 overall, are 2-5 on the road. And let's take it down to the field as the Middletown Police Department will be bringing the color guard out onto the field. Singing tonight's national anthem will be Georgia Ferrocci. So, big night here at Cardines Field tonight. It's a Friday night. These Friday night games usually draw 2,000 to 3,000 fans. So looking forward to a large turnout here tonight. The giveaway tonight, Brick Alley Pump Hat Night. Gave away 250 hats at the main gate. Game day sponsors the Middletown Little League. Well, of course, the Newport Gulls have a very close relationship with Little Leagues across Aquatic Island and in Tiverton as well. And Middletown Little League as the gate volunteers and benefiting from tonight's 50-50 raffle, with the Dave the Painter T-ball team being tonight's baseball buddies. We already saw the first pitches thrown by Peter Regan, the MLL sponsorship coordinator, as well as their top sellers. Jacob and Jeffrey Meyer, 5-year-old twins, were out there on the mound to deliver the first pitch, and Dave Travers, the coach of Dave the Painter Little League team.
Tim and Tim, we're always honored to have you with us.
And the Middletown Police Department color guard out there in center field, standing by for the national anthem. From Georgia Ferros, a senior at Salve Regina University, based here in Newport.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
National anthem sung here at Cardines Field by Georgia Ferrauci of Salve Virginia University, and the color guard will now exit the field here on Middletown Little League night as we get set for baseball. Again, game time temperature about 75 degrees under sunny skies, and umpires for tonight's game, Stephen Williams calling balls and strikes behind the plate. John Keegan is the field umpire. Brett Graves getting the start for the Newport Gulls, facing off against Trip Davis. Davis, the left-hander, has worked 16 innings this season, 20 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned, a walk, and 13 strikeouts. He's allowed a homer, 5 doubles, opponents hitting .286 against him. The Gulls have not seen Trip Davis yet this season, so I'll see what kind of stuff he has. And this is the third matchup between these two teams. Newport Gulls own the season record so far, 2-0. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back in a moment with the first pitch next as the Newport Gulls pregame show wraps up next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. Nick Lima alongside Jacob Willett as we get set for baseball. Newport Gulls getting ready to take the field here as manager Mike Coombs goes over the ground rules with Aaron Isaac and tonight's umpiring crew, Stephen Williams and John Keegan. The Gulls team coming into this game 9-4. They're still atop the NECBL East, tied with the New Bedford Bay Sox, despite their loss last night on the road 9-8. The Mainers coming off a loss themselves last night to the Vermont Mountaineers 8-3. So both teams looking to rebound here. On a beautiful night for baseball, the stands already mostly full here at Cardines Field as we get set for Newport and Sanford to match up for the third time this season.
I think one important thing for the Mainers is especially Trip Davis. Trip Davis started off slow his first 2 games, recording a loss in both of those, but picking up the win in his last start on June 22nd against the Danbury Westerners. It was a 3-0 shutout. He pitched 7 innings, again allowing no runs, only gave up 4 hits, struck out 4, and did not walk anybody. So if Trip Davis can have a performance like he did tonight, like he did against the Westerners, then the Mainers should hopefully have a momentum going forward, which will help guide their fielding and their hitting to come out with a win tonight.
Brett Graves take his first few warm-up tosses out on the mound. A couple minutes behind here, 6:35 scheduled first pitch. About 6:37 now, and Mike Coombs and Aaron Isaac just going over the ground rules and finishing up behind home plate with home plate umpire Stephen Williams, field umpire John Keegan. While we have a moment, we'll pause and take 10 seconds for station identification here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
NCTV 18 Newport County, the World Wide Web, and on DVD. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Located beneath the first base stands where one may acquire.
The Gulls and the Mainers here at Cardines Field. Just want to give you a reminder that this copyrighted telecast is the exclusive property of the Newport Gulls Baseball Club and the New England Collegiate Baseball League, presented by the authority of the NECBL Broadcast Network for the entertainment of our listening and viewing audience, and may not be reproduced, re-recorded, or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of the Newport Gulls and the Commissioner's Office of the New England Collegiate Baseball League. Brett Graves, a right-hander out of the University of Missouri, at 4-5 for the Tigers in 10 starts, 17 games this spring, 45 2/3 inning of work, allowed 30 earned runs on 53 hits, struck out 28, walked 30. Opponents hit .306 against him. Features a fastball, slider, changer, and he tells us we'll mix in an occasional cut fastball that he's been working on. Graves has faced the Mainers once earlier this season. On June 15th here at Cardines Field, he picked up the save, went the last 4 innings of the game, gave him just 1 earned run on 3 hits, and struck out 4. This is his 4th appearance of the season. We saw him on June 11th here versus Laconia. Went 3 innings in relief and struck out 7. So he has some strikeout power as Troy Black steps up to the plate. 158, a homer, 6 RBI. The first pitch of the ball game, a fastball on the inside corner, called strike.
Troy Black, that 1 home run coming back in Laconia when he had a grand slam off the scoreboard off of Robin Mills Park. Funny thing about him, he said when he got back to the dugout, I haven't even hit a home run in batting practice, but yet he hit a big one in Laconia and in that 6-5 loss to the Muskrats on Sunday.
1-0 pitches outside. The count even at 1-1. The pitch comes inside, ball 2 on Black. Has a double, pair of walks. Struck out 5 times so far this season. I think just 158 in the leadoff spot. Batting from the left side. 2-1 is slapped foul on the left side. The count evens up at 2-2.
Black really coming out of his early season slump. He was 1 for 22 to start the season, but racking up 5 hits since then. Moving up over the 100 mark up to 158.
2-2 pitch from Graves is swung on and hooked down the left field line, fading into foul territory, and will get out of play as Austin Slater and John Norwood, the third baseman and left fielder, both chase it down out there. Also the defense for you. Brett Wingers at first base, Connor Canary at second, Joel McKeith in the shortstop, Austin Slater at third, outfield left to right, Norwood, Rosen, and Kaufman. And Jeff Melillo, back from his injury, back for a couple of games now, catches Brett Graves. Looks in for the sign, now come from the windup and fires. The pitch swung on a line drive off the glove of the lunging McKeith and into left field, the base hit. Well, Joel got a glove on that one, but just went by him. It'll be an infield base hit for Troy Black.
Definitely a fantastic effort by McKeith and real hard hit ball by Black as well. So both Black and McKeith doing a great job with that whole play.
Well, the leadoff runner is on for Eno Patron. Hit .235 start the season. No homers, RBI, or extra base hits as of yet. Limited playing time. The pitch swung on foul to the screen. Patron appearing in his 6th game of the season. He's 4 for 17 at the plate. He's hardest man to strike out in those 17 at-bats, 0 Ks. Graves working out of the stretch, wipes some sweat from his brow, and will look in on Melillo for the sign. A lead at first for Black, who's 1 for 2 in stolen bases this season. From the stretch, at the belt, the pitch. Foul tipped on the third base line. And the count is 0-2, Graves ahead of Patron.
One thing you'll see with Patron is he's definitely a contact hitter. He won't look at a lot of pitches. If he likes one that he sees, he'll swing at it.
They check on the runner at first, and Black dives in safely.
And also one of the few players that you'll see that won't wear batting gloves when he goes up to bat.
Another check on him, and he dives in safely again. Newport Gulls have excelled so far this season and keeping runners off base. The pitch fouled to the backstop. Newport, the fewest number of stolen bases allowed in the NECBL, but at the same time, they have the fewest number of stolen bases in the NECBL.
Mainers only have 12. They've been caught 7 times.
Pitch outside, ball 1. Runner at first, 1-2 the count, no one out yet here. Newport Gulls only caught 3 stealing, but with only 15 stolen bases against, that's by far the lowest number in the NECBL. Most teams have between 25 and 35. Of course, they played Holyoke last night. The Blue Sox have 43 stolen bases against, and by far and away lead the NECBL the most. The pitch, swinging a line drive, base hit in the left field. It's going to roll down towards the corner. Cut off out there by Norwood, stopping at second Black, and Eno Patron reaches back-to-back singles here. And this has been one of the few problems with Newport Gulls pitching that we've seen so far. They do give up a lot of hits. Gulls pitching staff, while they lead the league in some categories, their batting average against is 9th best out of 10 teams at .272. They don't give up a lot of homers or big extra base hits, but a lot of bloop singles. Their starting pitching in particular likes to throw strikes. Here's the pitch. They nearly have their runner at second picked off, but no one came in to cover as Graves turned around and hopping his way back on the bag is Black. Jordan Hagel, the center fielder, batting .375. He's 3 for 8 in limited playing time. The pitch. Fastball in the inside corner for a called strike.
Hagel, a recent addition to the Mainers roster, comes from the University of Maryland. Hit .317 for the Terrapins in 205 at-bats in that tough ACC conference.
Good-sized crowd on here already as they still filter in the 0-1. Check swing. It's in there for a strike. And Hagel down the count, 0-2. And that's one he probably should have swung at. Slider that time on the outside corner from Graves. He's taking his time here with 2 runners on. No one out yet. Infield. Shy of double play depth.
Hagel last night had a double off the wall, kind of right where the cutout is for the scoreboard in Vermont. Missed that by about a foot.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to center. In comes Yale Rosen. The left fielder Norwood cuts him off and makes the catch. One away as the runners retreat. Now double play ball can get the goals out of the inning. As Newport tied for second. The most double plays turned in the NECBL at 18. They've led that statistic since opening night. Cleanup man Jordan Betts leads the team in batting average at .327, home runs with 4. It's 10 RBI. Takes the first pitch strike. Fastball from Graves on the inside corner. That's 3 doubles. One of only 2 Mainers with a triple. Of course, you don't say too many triples here at Cardines Field. The Gulls have none on the season. The 0-1. Swung on, hooked foul. Caroms off the roof of the Muntville Pub and lands on West Marlborough Street behind us. And Betts in the hole, 0-2. Graves throwing almost nothing but strikes here. Only 3 balls in the inning. The Mainers following a lot of pitches off. 1 out, 2 on, the 0-2 pitch. And Graves will consider throwing over to second base. But Black hits back on the bag in time. Again, from the stretch. He checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch. Ooh, where was that pitch? Felt like it was on the outside corner, perhaps a little low for home plate umpire Stephen Williams' liking. Seems like Jeff Melillo framed it for near half an hour. It's only a couple of seconds. The whole ballpark fell silent for a moment. 1-2 the count. The next delivery. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Same pitch, but a little bit more inside. And Betts becomes the first strikeout victim for Graves, and his 16th man he's struck out this season. Now Anthony Hajar, who is one of the few Mainers, along with Betts, have seen any success against Graves, and last time they faced him, 1 for 2 this season, an RBI double. Coming in batting .326, no homers, 6 RBI, and 2 doubles in total. Leads the team in on-base percentage at .418, virtue of 6 walks, 15 hits, and a pair of hit-by pitches also leads the Mainers. Graves has a brief conference with Melillo. Go to work against Hajar, the pitch, and therefore a strike. Black leads from second, Patron leads from first. They each singled. We're here in the first, no score as of yet. The 0-1. Again, Graves will step off and stare the runner back at second. He's very concerned about Troy Black. Lead runner here. Graves drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in 2011, a 26th round draft pick. Opted to continue his amateur collegiate career. From the stretch, checks the runner and deals the pitch. Outside, missed with the breaking ball.
Hajar has reached base safely in 13 of 14 games this season.
Brett takes his time. Sets. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Ajar, along with Betts, the only Mainers to now have appeared in 15 games this season. That's all 15 for Sanford. The 1-2. Off-speed pitch is low. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He does strike out fairly often, 9 Ks so far in the season. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brett Graves. The 2 leadoff singles are harmless. He retires the next 3 in order. We're through half an inning from Cardines Field. Sanford Mainers nothing, Newport Gulls coming to bat here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. Go to the home half of the first inning. The Newport Gulls getting their first look at Trip Davis for the Mainers. Davis, the lefty, ERA 3.38, making his 4th start. He's 1-2. Native of Greenville, Ohio. They'll face off against Casey Kaufman. Well, due to a jersey malfunction, he's wearing a different number today. He's been wearing 28 all season long. Today, he's wearing number 4.
Wearing number 4 tonight.
As Donald Hanley, a public address announcer, astutely points out.
University and resides in Phoenix.
First pitch to him. Fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. Kaufman hitting .308 out of the leadoff spot. A homer, 7 RBI. Was off last night in Holyoke. The pitch. Ground ball bouncer right side. Scooped up by Black. Throws to first, and there's one away.
Once again, Davis out of the New Jersey Institute of Technology in Newark, New Jersey. Went 5-2 for the Highlanders this year with a 3.29 ERA in 14 games. All of them started. 98.1 innings pitched, 30 walks, 82 strikeouts, and 89 hits. 45 runs, only 36 of them earned.
North Carolina.
Worked 16 innings so far this season. Sends the first pitch. Ball 1. Low and away to Joel McKeithen. Hitting .167, a homer, and 3 runs knocked in. The pitch. Swing and a drive, but he hooked it foul to the right side. Gets over the stands and out of play. And these stands are full here on Hat Night. 250 free hats given away courtesy of Brick Alley Pub, which has a long-standing partnership with the Newport Gulls on Hat Night every year. The 1-0, swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch.
Last time these two teams met, the Gulls did defeat the Mainers 4-2. However, the Mainers did out-hit them 11-5.
At Goodall Park, the 1-2. Outside. Kleberard had the win in that one. Kleberard was reffed up. Touched for 7 runs last night at Holyoke. Two-two pitch. Up and away, ball 3. Pierce had the loss for the Mainers back in June 20th at Sanford. They met for the first time here at Newport, June 15th. Newport won 11-2. It's the local boy Frank Holbrook out of Middletown who had the win. The pitch. Ground ball bouncer, right side. Backhand stab by Black. The sharp grounder right to him, though. He throws the first to retire McKeithen. It's the second 4-3 ground out here in the first. There's 2 down for Alex DeLeon, who we learned about 2 weeks ago would not be with us in July. He has to go back, take a summer course, but his contributions to the Newport Gulls will be missed. He's hitting .300, has hit 2 home runs, 5 RBI, 5 doubles, 8 walks, 440 on base percentage, second best on the team. OPS over 1,000, also second best. The pitch in there for a strike, and he, along with Yale Rosen, has appeared in 13 out of 14 Gulls games this season. The pitch, outside, ball 1. DeLeon will be with the team tomorrow at Laconia with John Hochstadter on the mound. The 1-1 is low, ball 2, but then the plane ticket home on Sunday. Really stepped up when Jeff Melillo went down with an injury, catching every game for a better part of a week and a half. The pitch is taken high. Hitters count 3-1 for DeLeon, a dangerous hitter to fall behind. The first 2 weeks of the season, he carried the team offensively, led the Gulls in many offensive categories, though his bat has slowed down as of late. 3-1 pitch. Low ball 4. He picks up his 9th walk on the season. That's the most on the team.
It's only the 2nd walk issued from Trip Davis all season long in 16 innings pitched.
First baseman, number 29.
1 walk to 13 strikeouts coming into this one for Davis, as Brett Winger, the cleanup hitter, stands in. Winger hitting .257, 2 home runs, 10 runs knocked in, a pair of doubles. The pitch, fastball is high, ball 1. Newport hitting .282 as a team. They were leading the league, but now are 2nd best in the NECBL in that category. The 1-0. Swing a little flare over the leaping shortstop's head in the left field, a base hit. And Newport in business, 2 outs, but 2 on for Jeff Milillo, who returned to the team late last week and has been sensational since coming back from an injury, just like he was when he was here to start the season. Milillo batting .435. He has a 7-game hitting streak, a home run, 6 RBI, and 4 doubles, 1275 OPS. He has not played enough games to qualify among the league leaders. That will change soon. If his bat stays as hot as it has been, he will be well up there in the NECBL charts as far as average and on-base percentage. He's on base at a .536 clip to start the year. 2 on, the pitch. He's taken low, off-speed delivery, ball 1. Jeff in his 2nd season for the Newport Gulls. He was with them in 2011. Hit .283, a homer, 13 RBI. The pitch. Taken high and away. Count 2-0. Of course, his brother Mike Milillo was also an all-star catcher. Jeff an all-star last year. Milillo, the elder Milillo, played for 2 seasons in Newport, 2009 and 2008. He's part of the 09 championship team and now lives in Newport. Moved here from New Jersey. He's helping the Gulls coordinate a very special event at the end of the season. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and hit in the air down the right field line. Patron going over. He's under it. Will make the catch for the out that retires aside. Milillo tried to give that ball a ride, but didn't get much of it. Gulls strand a pair on a hit here in the 1st, and after 1 full from Cardines Field, 0-0 our score between the Gulls and the Mainers as we continue on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field as the lights come on here in the 2nd. Just at 7 o'clock here on the East Coast on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Brett Graves comes out for his 2nd inning of work. Struck out 2, gave up 2 singles in the 1st. And is looking sharp.
Graves from the University of Missouri. His catcher is Jeff Milillo from Rutgers. Leading off the 2nd inning for the Sanford
Mark
Mainers,
Weiss, the shortstop, hitting .226, no homers and an RBI. Step up to the plate here.
He's from Saline,
Righty
Michigan.
matchup, the pitch. Fastball inside corner for strike 1.
Weiss has shared time with Troy Black over at shortstop this season. Black moving over to 2nd base tonight, so Weiss seeing time here at shortstop.
0-1 pitch misses. The count evens up at 1-1. Next delivery. Swung on and foul tipped into the mitt for strike 2. Big crowd here for Hat Night. Always a popular night at Cardines. The next pitch. Skips in there. Eats up Milillo, who dives into the dirt but gets by him. Hits ball 2. Pitch. Swing and a high drive to center field deep. You have Rosen racing back, still going back to the triangle. He leaps. He can't get it. It's off his glove, rolls away. Rounding 1st and 2nd is Weiss. He's going to head for 3rd and will be held there. It's going to be a leadoff triple And that's about the only spot in this ballpark you'll see a triple hit. Ball's hit into the triangle. They take odd hops off that angular fence out there and bounce away from outfielders.
You know, Nick, the thing with that ball, when he first hit it, I thought it was a routine fly ball when it came off the bat, but I kept seeing Rosen just kind of keep going back and back and back, and then I was just like, well, no, wait a minute, it can't be. That center field fence is too far, and sure enough, it went off about halfway. Rosen did kind of jump up against the fence, but right off of it, and Weiss now in on third with a leadoff triple.
The second triple this season at Cardinals Field, both by opponents' teams. A throw down to third base, not in time. They only had Weiss off the bag. A snap throw from Melillo. He takes a pitch up and away for ball one. Don't know if it was a pitch out or not, but it certainly looked like it. A 1-0. Swinging a pop-up. Coming in the left side is Norwood. He's under it. Will make the catch. And Weiss will retreat back to the bag at third. Cronenfeld trying to get the go-ahead around home, but not deep enough for the sac fly. It's a fly out to left. One away for Brett Armour.
The catcher.
Armour, their catcher,
Brett Armour.
hitting just 0-56. Had a rough start to the season. One hit, 18 at-bats.
Georgia.
No RBI. Just one walk. The pitch. Breaking ball is high and inside for ball one.
Armour getting his first hit back in an away game at New Bedford. Has failed to get another hit since then.
Pitch is foul tipped to the backstop. Karam lunges back into the Newport Gulls dugout. Scatters the troops, but pitching coach Al Leva didn't budge. Stirred Mike Coombs from his slumber. Jumps up from his seat. The 1-0 pitch inside ball two. 2-1 the count on Armour. Last time he saw Britt Graves 8 days ago, June 21st at New Bedford. He had to start. Got the no decision for 3 innings. Gave up 3 earned runs and 3 hits. Struck out 4, walked 6. The pitches popped up. Oh, hit on the ground rather to the second baseman. And Canary making an off-balance throw behind the bag. Throws across to first in time for the out. Scoring on the play is Mark Weiss, and it's a 1-0 game as Armour gets the go-ahead run across and an RBI ground out.
A little more speed behind that ball. Armour would have found his second hit into the gap between short and second into center field, but nice play by Canary.
Brian Doran takes the first pitch, low ball one. So Weiss scores from third, the pitch. Foul to the left. Not too often you see a runner reach third base on a leadoff triple and not score in an inning. It does happen from time to time. Here the Mainers come out with the advantage. The pitch just inside, ball two.
Doran, also a recent addition to the Mainers roster, comes from the University of Maine in Orono.
He's 2 for 5 to start the summer. The pitch in there for a strike. One of his 2 hits a double. He struck out twice in 5 at-bats, so he's hitting 400. 2-2 pitch, ground ball chopper foul on the third base side.
Mainers making Graves throw a lot of pitches so far through these first 2 innings. He's up to 39.
A 2-2. Outside, ball 3. For the first time, he's going to ball 3 in a batter. Top of the order up next, and Black. Doran pinwheels the bat, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow center field. In comes Rosen. He's under it. A reach up and make the catch. And that's the out that retires the side. But an leadoff triple by Mark Weiss and an RBI grounder by Brett Armour. Sanford Mainers jump out to a 1-0 lead after an inning and a half of baseball from Cardinals Field on the NECBL Broadcast Network. One nothing here at Cardinals Field. Sanford on top of Newport. Davis has a narrow lead to protect for Yale Rosen. Austin Slater, Connor Canary, 6, 7, and 8 due up here in the second for Newport. Yale Rosen has had a great start to the season. He leads the league in home runs with 5, tied with several other players. He's 5th in the NECBL in batting average at .362, and he also leads the Gulls in RBI with 14. The first pitch is cut on and popped up on the left side, and foul and out of play. He leads the Gulls in doubles with 7. 12 extra base hits, 1,300 OPS, slugging .830. Those are record paces for Rosen. The pitch is low. Count 1-1. So Newport center fielder, who's now appeared in 13 out of the Gulls' 14 games this season. 1-1, swung on and looped down the first base line. Foul. Foul by just a couple inches over the line. Return to home plate. Yale, 47 at-bats, has only walked once. So he's trying to make contact with the ball. And 17 hits lead the team. Also leads in runs scored with 13. A big part of that because of his 5 homers. The 1-2 from the southpaw is outside. Davis hails from Greenville, Ohio. 6'1", 195-pound left-hander. Winds, rocks back, and fires a pitch. It's fouled to the screen. Shakes up our backstop camera position. And if you're watching this game tonight or have the chance to watch one of our games here at home, we've got 5 cameras here for you. A great volunteer crew bringing you Newport Gulls baseball. The 2-2 pitch. Curve is inside. And it's worth the count full.
Once again, that Maynard's defense in the outfield, left to right, Brian Dorn, Jordan Hagel, and Eno Patron. And in the infield at third, Jordan Betts, short, Mark Weiss, second, Troy Black, Anthony Hajar at first.
3-2 pitch is popped up, left side, will get out of play.
Brett Armour doing the catching, and once again, Trip Davis doing the pitching.
That defense is ranked 6th or 7th in the NECBL. They're 8th in fielding percentage at .959, but 6th in errors committed with 22, though Sanford, like Newport, has not played that many games. The pitch, outside, ball 4. And Yale Rosen picks up just his 2nd walk of the season.
The third baseman,
Austin Slater will bat now. He's hitting .240, no homers, 4 runs batted in. Slater is the only goal in the starting lineup without a home run, and that's saying something. Just in the month of June, Newport already with so many home runs, 18 as a team. That's 4th most in the league. The pitch on the inside corner, called strike. Of course, Austin joined the team a little bit later than the other Gulls. This is his 9th game. And he's already walked 5 times as an on-base percentage of .387. Hits a ground ball bouncer up the left side and through. Rounding second is Rosen. He'll head into third. The throw there is not in time, and Wild it gets down the line. Rosen's going to try to score. Here he comes, and it bounces into the Newport Gulls dugout, and he will take third base on the ground rule as the wild throw from the left fielder went into Newport's dugout. It's going to go in the book as a double for Slater. No RBI as Rosen scores on the error by the left fielder Doran.
number 14, Connor Canary.
Connor Canary will come up to the plate, and it's a new ball game. No one out, and the go-ahead run at third. Pop up to right will get him in here. The pitch. It's second low and away, ball 1. Canary hitting .300, a homer, 4 RBI, leads the team with 9 walks. .429 on base percentage. Second in runs scored with 12. The 1-0 is taken inside. A good check swing that time from Connor as his arms went through the strike zone, but the bat never left his shoulder. Nice move. The left-handed batter. Count now 2-0. Runner at third, the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a drive in the left center field. It's going to drop down for a base hit or roll to the wall. Yale Rosen will trot home. Connor Canary will hold up at second with an RBI double, and the Newport Gulls jump out to a 2-1 lead here in the second inning. Back-to-back doubles off of Trip Davis. The first one Bounced down the left field line, was off the glove of the third baseman Betts. This one, a no-doubter, blooped over everybody in the gap in left center field, rolled all the way to the wall. And Newport in business and ahead here in the second inning. They're up 2-1 for John Norwood, batting 192, a homer, 7 RBI. Drove in 2 last night with their 2-run single at Holyoke. The pitch is swung on and popped up right side, and it's high off the wall. Rounding third is Canary. He'll come around to score. John Norwood's going to third. The throw, and he is safe. It's an RBI triple, and the Newport Gulls lead 3-1. Well, that ball carried a long way out to right field, and it hit off the fence. It's going to be an RBI triple for John Norwood. A bang-bang play at third base. It looks like Betts just didn't get the tag on him in time as he slid in safely. And Newport leads 3-1. It looked like a lazy fly ball to right field, but the wind carried it out. It caromed off the wall. And John Norwood has the Newport Gulls' first 3-bagger of the season. Newport on top, 3-1.
It almost looked like Betts slipped over there at third when he went to go make the tag. Other than that, he had him by a long shot.
Pitch is outside, ball 1 to Casey Kaufman. Norwood didn't let up around second base. Takes advantage here of the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up left field deep. Going back is Doran. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Norwood. He's coming home. The throw not in time. And the Newport Gulls lead 4-1. Here in the second, it's a sacrifice fly for Casey Kaufman, who drives in his 8th run of the season. Gulls doing everything right here in the second inning. A walk, a double, took advantage of an error that allowed a run to score. An RBI double and an RBI triple, and now a sac fly. 1 out, bases are cleared, and Joe McKeithen at the plate, who grounded out his last time. Fouls the first pitch off. And Trip Davis take a moment. Removes his glove, now comes back and toes the rubber. And adjusts his finger. 0-1 pitch, second high, 1-1. 4-1, Newport leads it here in the second. As the bats come alive, 3 extra base hits here. The pitch, taken high, ball 2. Davis works quickly, now the base is empty. Pitch is swung on and skied down the right field line, but hooking foul. It'll land out of play and crash atop the roof of a car behind us. That did not sound good. Count evens up at 2-2 to Newport's shortstop, Joel. Pitch comes inside as he jackknifes out of the way. Keithan has worked his second full count. 4th time that Davis is going to ball 3 in a batter. The pitch, inside, ball 4. This inning, which began with a walk on a 3-2 pitch to Yale Rosen, will continue with Alex DeLeon, who walked his last time. Time for the team lead in walks now with 9. DeLeon has 2 homers and 5 RBI. And with his power, he could give the Gulls a much more impressive lead with 1 swing of the bat here. Right now it's 4-1 Newport, as a pair of Newport Gulls, actual Gulls, fly across the field. It's a good omen. The pitch, swing and a drive, left field deep, way back, and this one is gone. Alex DeLeon with a 2-run homer gives the Newport Gulls a 6-1 lead here in the second. Number 3 for Alex DeLeon in his last game here at Cardines Field. Here in his second at-bat of the night, he hits a 2-run blast, and Newport jumps out on top 6-1. It's been a 6-run inning for Newport.
This performance from Trip Davis so far kind of seems to follow his first 2 as he struggled with the loss against the North Adams Supercats 6-0 in the opener. Davis getting the nod for that, and are already struggling here in Newport here in the second inning.
As Brett Winger singled in the first, stranded on base. The pitch, low ball 1, and Winger, another guy that can hit the ball out. He has 2 home runs in the season, 10 runs driven in. That's tied for second best on the team. Steve Anderson. Next pitch misses for ball 2. Davis winds, kicks, and delivers. Strike called on the outside corner. A 2-1. Curveball is taken high, ball 3. Have to see if there's any action up in the Sanford Mainers bullpen here. Of course, our view of it is obstructed down the third base line. The pitch, a ground ball roller, takes an awkward hop and bounces by the shortstop. We'll see how they score that one. It's going to be a base hit for Brett Winger. I don't think Weiss ever got a glove on it. It bounced to the right, then bounced to the left and went by him. He had it lined up, but the ball decided to go in the other direction. And Winger is 2 for 2.
Number 10, Jeff Malillo.
Here's Jeff Malillo. That's going to bring a mound visit. Lead Chikavich out for a word here with Davis, the pitching coach. And there is action in the Sanford Mainers bullpen. Looks like John Gorman throwing out there. Right-handed action. He's throwing in a hurry. Conference is broken up by Stephen Williams, the home plate umpire, against John Keegan, base umpire today. Newport scored 6 times and is now sent to there were 9th men to the plate here in the second. Jeff Malillo fly to right his last time. He's hitting .435 with a home run and 6 RBI. And back from that injury, a 2-time Gull was called the de facto team captain by Gulls general manager Chuck Paver in our pregame show front office report today. Davis works out of the stretch, a runner at first. Here is the pitch. Taken down the middle for a strike. Malillo nominated for the Johnny Bench Award at the conclusion of the college regular season. It was the best catchers in D1 baseball. The 0-1 foul to the screen. George Triplett, one-time fan here, was walking right by that one. Didn't phase him one bit. Of course, George threw out the first pitch in opening night as part of the fan appreciation night. He's barely missed a game in 11 years here. The 0-2. Just outside. The count is 1-2. Tough pitch for Malillo to hold off on. Davis from the stretch. The pitch is low. From 0-2 to work the count back even. The fly ball to right field was retired to end the first. Still just 1 out here. 7 goals have reached in the inning. The pitch. Swinging and a miss. He struck him out. And Newport is now batted around as J.O. Rosen will step up to the plate with a runner at first and 2 out. Rosen began this inning with the leadoff walk. Scored on the error by the left fielder Doran with his throw down the third base line. Bounced off the backstop and right into the Newport dugout. The pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. The 0-1 from Davis. Outside. 1-1 the count on Rosen, hitting .362, 5 homers, 14 driven in.
Certainly a nice breaking ball, though, by Davis on that last pitch.
1-1. On the outside corner for a strike. Baseball, a game of inches. You have Brett Graves on the other side of the ball. Seeing a lot of contact by the Mainers with the fouling pitches off, and here the Gulls are driving them in. 1-2. Outside. Count even at 2-2.
Davis has gone to the curveball for the last 3 pitches. First one missing outside, then over the plate, then outside again.
From the stretch at the letters, the 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Rosen They're tied by way of the K. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Davis to end the inning. But 10 Gulls come to the plate, and 6 of them score. We're through 2 innings of baseball from Newport. Gulls lead the Mainers 6-1 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. First pitch is low and inside to Troy Black. Or rather, to Troy Black here in the second inning. So I correct my lineup card. Next one is in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Black singled in the first. He was followed by Eno Patron, who singled, but both were left on. 3 hits, 1 run for the Mainers. Pitch, breaking ball, is fouled down the left field line and out of play.
Mainers offense, like I mentioned earlier, pretty much last in every major category. And they're going to have to really work hard here as the Gulls lead them 6-1.
One-two pitch misses for ball 2. The count will even up. Graves has a big lead to work with now. So 2-2 is a ground ball comebacker up to the mound. It gets by Graves, who lunges at it, and threw up the middle for a base hit. Troy Black is 2 for 2.
Black really having himself, finally turning his season around a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, him struggling to start the season, and he's already got 2 hits in this game. Had a hit in last night's game. His 7th and 8th tonight.
Number 21, Eno.
The leadoff man is on for the 3rd time for the Mainers, which is 4-10 and 2-5 on the road. 4th place in the NECBL East. Stephen Williams, the home plate umpire, dusts off the plate. Patron stands in from the left side. Graves from the stretch. His delivery is wild, goes to the backstop. Off to second will go Black. A wild pitch on Brett Graves. It's 4th of the season. Ball 1 on Patron. That one just sailed by him. I think Jeff Miller was all crossed up. He goes out for a word with Graves. They get on the same page. The 1-0. Swung on, loop down the left field line, but hooking foul. Bounces over the shared bullpen where the Gulls and the Mainers reside. And the count will even add a ball and a strike. Great crowd on hand here at Cardines. And this Newport's 6th regular season opening at home this season. They are 4-1 here. Cardines has always been very good to them. The 1-1. Check swing as he bounces away. It hits the bat. Karam's foul behind the plate. 1-2. Patron in search of his first extra base hit. Hitting .235. Of course, he did single his last at bat. The 1-2. Up and away. Brett Graves. 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider, changeup, and a cutter. Fires his 2-2. Fastball at the knees, and it's a little low for ball 3. That's just the second time he's going to ball 3 in a batter.
Patron's only walked once this season.
Payoff pitch, and here's his second walk. So take his base at first. 2 runners on now, and nobody out. This is how the first inning began with 2 straight singles for Jordan Hagel, who flagged to left, and Graves struck out Betts looking, struck out Hajar swinging to end the inning. Let's see what he does here as Kevin Long, the pitching coach, goes out to the mound along with Melillo for a word. And while they do that, we'll pause and take 10 seconds for a station identification here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
NCTV 18 Newport County, the World Wide Web, and on DVD. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
6-1, Newport Gulls lead the Sanford Mainers here in the third at Cardines Field. No one out, 2 runners on for Jordan Hagel. Brett Graves on the mound for Newport. 5-run lead to protect. His first pitch to Hagel is cut on and missed for strike 1 as he blew a fastball by him. That was already the 53rd pitch of Graves' outing. He's thrown now 33 of them for strikes.
This is the identical situation back in the first inning. Black at second base, Patron at first with nobody out.
0-1 pitch is swung on and hit in the air to deep center field. Rosen going back. This ball is going to be a 3-run homer. Jordan Hagel hit it out. And the Mainers jump in. It's now 6-4 Newport.
Very powerful swing by Hagel as that one kind of, again, right to that deep center field part. Took forever to get out of here.
We couldn't see the ball from where we are here in the press box, but the umpire signaled home run as it cleared the fence in center field. Clears the bases, and a very different outcome from when he flied to left back in the first. Hagel hits his first home run of the season, drives in his first 3 RBI. The pitch is outside, ball 1 to Jordan Betts, the cleanup man who struck out looking his last time. Just like that, this ball game gets a lot tighter. From 6-1, we go to 6-4. The pitch is low and away. 2-0. Graves, that's the second home run he's allowed this season. A 2-0. Hot shot foul, and Aaron Izeric has to twist out of the way up the third base line.
Not much foul territory on the left side. And again, no dugout on the third base side as the 2 dugouts side by side on the first base side.
Hockey style, the 2-1. Low. That's with a fastball. Count 3-1. Graves looks frustrated on the mound. The pitch. Swinging a line drive, base hit in left field, rolling down the corner. Gets by the left fielder Norwood. Heading into second is Betts. He'll stop there with a double. Still no one out here as the first 4 have reached. 3 have scored on the home run. And they're seeing Graves much better the second time through the order. Single, a double, and a 3-run homer here in the inning for Anthony Hajar, who struck out his last time.
Mainers finally figuring out Graves here in the top of the third inning. As just mentioned, Betts stands at second base now with nobody out. Anthony Hajar at the top of the list and hitting for the Mainers. Has a chance to bring Betts around, bring the game within 1.
Jeff Melillo has a word with Graves and then walks towards the Newport Gulls dugout. What's he doing there? Is he switching out his glove or is he talking to the manager? Steve Williams is curious. I think he had to switch out his catcher's mitt. Now he gets back behind the dish. Hajar at the plate. 326 to homer, 6 RBI. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Graves missed with a fastball.
Both starting pitchers throwing a lot of pitches through the early innings here. Graves already at 60.
Pitch, a ground ball, bouncer up the middle, through for a base hit. Rounding third is Betts. He will be waved home. The relay to the plate is too late. And the Newport Gulls now ahead by 1 as the Sanford Mainers climbing their way back here in the third. It's an RBI single for Anthony Hajar. And 5 straight have reached here in the third.
The shortstop, number 12, Mark.
Hajar hitting that one very hard into center field.
That's going to do it for Brett Graves. Mike Coombs heading out to the mound. It's now a 1-run ball game as the Mainers have plated 4 here in the third and looking for more with no one out. A pitching change coming to you in this game from Cardines Field. We'll come back, tell you about the new pitcher next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field, here in Newport, Rhode Island. We go to, well, we're here in the top of the third. 4 runs across for the Mainers. No one out as of yet. A runner at first. As chased Brett Graves out of the game for Ryan Halstead. Halstead leads the team in ERA at 1.59, 0-1, making his 5th relief appearance of the summer. He has 2 saves, including one against the Mainers, which came at Sanford back on June 20th and goes 4-2 win. Halstead worked 5 2/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 earned run, and a walk and 7 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just 150 against him. Mark Weiss, who tripled his last time, up to the plate here. A 1-run game. It was 6-1 Newport at the start of the inning. The pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Weiss tripled and scored. In the third, Troy Black began the inning with a leadoff single. Patron walked. They both scored on the Jordan Hingle 3-run homer to straightaway center. A 1-0 from Halstead's in there for a strike. Jordan Betts doubled. Anthony Hajar sent him home with an RBI single. He stands in at first base. Hajar now 2 for 4 with 2 RBI against Graves this summer. The pitch is low. 2-1 the count on Weiss. His triple, just a second the goals have given up this season. Ground ball bounced to the shortstop. It gets under the glove of Joel McKeithen, who is charging it. And here's a throw over to third base. It will be in time. He is out. Well, initial moment of indecision there for Joel McKeithen at short as the ball went under his glove. He already was thinking it was in it. Tried to scoop it up. It was already got by him. But smart defense out there by John Norwood. He charged that ball, scooped it up, and threw a bullet over the third base to get the lead runner, Anthony Hajar. So 1 out here for Paul Cronenfeld, now a runner at first. It's going to be an error. Charge on the play. The pitch is in there for a strike.
I don't think that was really smart base running by Hajar as the ball really didn't get that far out into the outfield.
Next pitch. Swung on and miss. Strike 2. So a runner at first and 1 away. The Mainers with the base running blunder lose the lead runner here. Don't take advantage of the goal's error. The pitch is swung on and lined into right field, but right into the glove of Casey Kaufman. Throw back to first base is not in time. Well, they almost had Weiss off the bag there. He got back just in time. And there are 2 out now.
Weiss was doing what he was supposed to, going about just about halfway to second base on that play, but that ball came in so close to the infield with Kaufman charging that he was almost too far out down the baseline and, again, almost caught at first base, doubled up.
First pitch fastball in there for a strike to Brett Armour. Armour drove in a run on a grounder. His first RBI of the season, back in the second.
The Laconia Muskrats piling on the runs in Mystic, 16-0.
0-1 pitch is a line driver to center field. Rosen coming in, he makes the catch. And for the out there, retires the side. So, the Muskrats, the Mainers climbing their way back in here in the third. They played 4 runs. While the Newport Gulls still clinging to a 1-run lead after 2.5 from Cardines Field. Newport 6, Sanford 5 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Go to the home half of the third. 6-5. Newport Gulls lead the Sanford Mainers. Brian Doran leading off here for the Newport Gulls. Will be Austin Slater, who doubled, scored back in the second. Slater, Canary, Norway, the bottom of the order due up here in the third. The first pitch of the inning is a breaking ball low. 1-0. Trip Davis out for another inning of work. Gave up 6 in the second. 10 men came to the plate. The pitch, ground ball chopper foul on the third base side. Trip Davis thrown 55 pitches, just 27 of them for strikes. Newport 5 hits in the second inning, 6 hits total. They've left 3 on. A 1-1, swung on and missed. Count 1-2.
Slater almost a little off balance there, swinging through that pitch.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out, giving him off balance again. And Slater retreats to the dugout. He's the third strikeout victim of Trip Davis. Now Connor Canary with an RBI double as last time. His third extra base hit of the season, his 5th RBI. Batting from the left side. Call Me Maybe, his walk-up song. The pitch. Swung on and looped down the third base line. Oh, it was right at the third baseman Betts, who makes a diving catch. What a play. Jordan Betts just robbed perhaps an extra base hit away from Connor Canary. That one looped off the end of the bat and fading quickly. And Betts lunged for it and made the grab just by the third base bag.
Definitely a nice heads-up play by Jordan Betts down there at third base. Flashing the leather and sacrificing his body for that.
Here's John Norwood, an RBI triple his last time. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Norwood had the Gulls' first triple of the season. The next delivery. Curve is high and away, ball 2. And Norwood didn't even turn on the gas till he got near the second base bag. He sprinted into third, got there just in time for that 3-base hit. The pitch is low. Norwood's already worked 4 walks on the season. This is 10th game that he's appeared in. Not all of them starts. A 3-0. He shows bunt. Takes a strike on the inside corner. 2 outs, base is empty. 6-5 Gulls as the other half of the lights come on here at Cardines Field. So they only had half of them on for the last inning and a half. The pitch. Swung on and lifted down the right field line, but foul. Trip Davis in some trouble in the second, but his team has climbed their way back in. They trail by a run. He's trying to keep it that way. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Norwood asks for time. Steps out. 64 pitches now for Trip. 33 of them for strikes. 3-1 pitch is low for ball 4. So a walk in each inning, 4 total for Trip. And we'll cycle around to the top of the order. And Casey Kaufman, 0 for 1, hit a sac fly to left his last time for his 8th RBI of the season.
Kaufman.
Pitch is low, ball 1. Or in there for a strike, rather. Casey. Mainers are 4-10, 2-5 on the road. They're also 2-5 at home. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on and hooked foul on the left side. It's hat night here at Cardines. A fan favorite. Give away 250 free Newport Gulls hats. Say Brick Alley Pub on the back. Of course, Brick Alley, a very famous restaurant. Seats a couple hundred people. It's right up the street on Thames Street here in Newport. The 0-2. Outside ball 1. Gulls have had a lot of team functions there, including hosting the players after the NECBL All-Star game here in 2010. Had a great catered meal there. Very good mozzarella sticks. A 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's out in front of a breaking ball. Second strikeout of the inning. 4th for Davis. And the walk harmless after 3 from Cardines Field. It's still Newport 6 and Sanford 5 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here at Cardines Field, we go to the top of the fourth. 6-5 Newport leads Sanford. Here to take it with the play-by-play is Jacob Willett.
Thank you, Nick. First pitch to Brian Doran, called a strike. Leading off this inning, 0-1 count. As he awaits the 0-1, here's the pitch. That one's going to be at the letters, but inside. Count even at 1-1 now. Newport Gulls lead the Mainers 6-5 here through 3 complete innings. 1-1 pitch. Doran swings at this one. Can't get a hold of it, so he's down 1-2. Gulls were leading 6-1 at one point. Mainers able to grab 4, bring it within 1. 1-2 pitch, it bounces in the dirt. Even up the count once again at 2-2. The Laconia Muskrats piling on a bunch of runs in Mystic. 17-0 right now. Here's the 2-2. Big swing and a miss on a fastball from Halstead. And Doran goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
17-0 Laconia just on the top of the 5th over Mystic. And those problems with the Mystic Schooners pitching staff continue.
I know Casey over at Laconia said that those 2 wins that Mystic has are against the Laconia Muskrats. So they went in there to kind of grab those 2 wins back. They're doing so right now at 17-0. Here's Troy Black. He's 2 for 2. First pitch to him, high and away for ball 1.
Mystic has found themselves on the wrong side of a lot of lopsided games so far this season.
1-0. Black looks at this one for a called strike.
Elsewhere around the league, New Bedford, as we mentioned, leads Vermont 4-0, bottom of the 5th, up in Montpelier, and their only trip there this season.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Black swings at this one, but right at the second baseman, Canary, for out number 2.
Canary didn't have to move, just dropped down to a crouch, and that ball went right into his glove. Easy play for Connor. Elsewhere around the league, in Western Division action, the whole NECBL West in action tonight. Holyoke Blue Sox lead the North Adams Steelcats 7-5, bottom of the 4th at McKenzie Stadium. Keats Wampats on top of the Danbury Westerners at Rogers Park in Danbury, Connecticut, 4-3. They're in the last of the 5th.
Here's Eno Patron. He walked in his last at-bat, swings at this first pitch, but fouls it back for strike 1. He had a single back in the first inning. Came around to score in the 3rd. The 0-1. Swings it, well, checks his swing at this one, but that's going to be called a ball. So he has a 1-1 count. Halstead working quickly here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one tipped off the glove of Melillo and to the backstop, so it'll be ball 2. Mainers trying to still figure out what needs to be done as a team to start putting some wins together. Here's the 2-1. This one missing a little high, I think. Ball 3, so hitters count here for Patron, 3-1. Here's the pitch. And for the second time tonight, Eno Patron makes his way down to first base with a walk. With 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And this will bring up the center fielder, Jordan Hagel. Hagel had a very powerful 3-run home run back last inning. All part of the 4-run inning for the Mainers to bring the score within 1. First pitch to him. Miss inside, ball 1. So Patron at first base with 2 down. Hagel the hitter. Patron goes early, and he's going to be run down by the pitcher, flipped to first, and he'll be thrown out at first base, picked off. So that's the final out of the inning, so we'll see Jordan Hagel again in the top half of the 5th inning. Nothing doing for the Mainers here in the 4th. 6-5 Gulls lead here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Two, 3, 4 hitters here for the Gulls in the bottom half of the 4th. Trip Davis in for his 4th inning of work. First pitch to Joel McKeithen is called a ball on the outside part of the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. McKeithen walked and scored in his last at bat in the second. Grounded out to second in the first. As the next pitch to him called a ball, so he's up 2-0. Here's the pitch. Down and in, ball 3. Davis in jeopardy of walking his 5th hitter of the night. Davis winds and fires. This one right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. He sets and delivers. Outside part of the plate, McKeithen had a few steps down the first baseline, but he'll have to come back as he has the full count on him now. So McKeithen's going to have to battle here. Payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. So McKeithen makes his way down as the leadoff runner here for the Gulls in the bottom of the 4th. With the designated hitter, Alex DeLeon, coming to bat. DeLeon's 1 for 1. Walked in the first. Had that 2-run home run back in the second inning. Davis looks in. Looks over at McKeithen at first. Fires. Strike 1 on the hitter. Davis ahead 0-1. And the pitch. This one lifted high into left field. Cronenfeld's looking up. And this one's gone for the second home run of the day for Alex DeLeon. And the Newport Gulls pull ahead 8-5 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Alex DeLeon playing his last home game in a Newport Gulls uniform. It's his second home run of the ball game, his 4th of the season. It's a standing ovation from the fans here at Cardines.
Well, I guess if you're going to play your last game here for the season, you might as well go out in style, and DeLeon doing that so far. Especially no matter how else he ends the night. And that's going to be the outing for Trip Davis as Isaac makes his way out to the mound. We'll have a new pitcher on here at Cardines Field for the Sanford Mainers. Gulls lead 8-5. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network. New pitcher on here for the Mainers. It's going to be right-handed pitcher number 25, John Gorman. Gorman comes into his 6th game of the season for the Mainers. He's pitched 5 innings, given up 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, 4 walks and 5 strikeouts, and has a 1.80 ERA. Righty out of Boston College. Two-way player for the Mainers. Freshman from Norwood, Massachusetts. 6'1", 220 pounds. As the first pitch he fires to the first baseman, Winger, is called for a strike. Next pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Winger 2 for 2 on the day. Pair of singles, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Gorman looks in. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back. So base is empty after a 2-run home run by Alex DeLeon, his 2nd of the night. Here's the pitch. This one sent into right field. Patron going back, but he'll catch up with it for out number 1 of the bottom of the 4th.
The catcher.
Here's the catcher, Jeff Malillo.
Jeff.
He's 0 for 2.
Malillo.
Struck out in the second and flew out to right in the first. First pitch to him. Breaking ball, stays up high for ball 1. Mainers did battle back, bring the game within 1. As the next pitch to Malillo, just missing outside for ball 2. Coleman sets, fires. This one sent foul and out of play. Back off the top of the electrical pole.
Better call. Newport Glass.
So the count will be at 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Outside in the dirt for ball 3. Holman gets his sign as this pitch is grounded down the third baseline, but foul. A payoff pitch coming here from Gorman as the count is full. This is the third meeting between the Gulls and the Mainers. Here's the pitch. Just missing for ball 4. And Gorman looking back at home plate umpire trying to figure out where that one missed. But Melillo will make his way down to first base where they one-out walk. And here's Yale Rosen.
Stephen Williams has been a little bit inconsistent tonight in the strike zone.
Yale Rosen.
That can be frustrating for a pitcher.
Gorman sets. First pitch to Rosen. Rosen swings at this one, foul tip it back in the mitt. 0-1 the count. Armour held on to that ball for a while too. Catcher for the Mainers tonight. Rosen calls timeout. Rosen struck out in his last at-bat in the second, and his first at-bat in the second, he walked and came around to score. Next pitch to him, called a ball, so count be even at 1-1. So both plate appearances for Rosen coming back in the second inning. Part of that 6-run inning for the Gulls. Here's the 1-1. Rosen pops this one up, foul and out of play on the left side. He'll be down 1-2.
Better call. Newport Glass.
Austin Slater and Connor Canary on deck in the hole respectively. One down here in the bottom half of the fourth. Gorman fires. And once again, this one's fouled out of play to the left side.
Better call. Newport Glass.
Always a packed house here at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. One-two pitch. This one in the dirt. Nice stop by Armour. And count runs even again, 2-2. Gorman and Nate LaPointe, both out of Boston College for the Mainers. LaPointe having the night off, usually behind the plate. Next pitch to Rosen runs up and away for ball 3. So second straight hitter. The count is run full. Payoff pitch once again here coming from from Gorman to Rosen. As Melillo sits at first. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the second baseman. Weiss picks it up, looks at second, but throws on to first for out number 2. Weiss was charging in, and by the time he got the ball, Melillo was already pretty much at second base, and that would have been an awkward throw for Weiss. So he safely throws the ball over to first for out number 2.
Third baseman, number 12, Austin Slater.
This brings up the third baseman, Austin Slater. He's 1 for 2. Hit a double, an RBI double back in the second inning. And foul tipped out in the third. Excuse me, that run was not earned, so that wasn't an RBI for Slater. As he sends this pitch into deep right field, Patron coming over, and he will slide, and he won't make the catch. Another run will come in for the Gulls. And that'll go in as an RBI single for Austin Slater. And the Gulls now lead 9-5 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Oh, that lead began to evaporate in the third inning. But Gulls are not waiting very long. Going into the Mainers bullpen here.
The second
Powler
baseman,
runs back on. Well, a high-scoring game here this season in the NECBL, and we've seen a lot of high-scoring games across the league in both divisions.
So here's Connor Canary, first pitch to him, called a strike. So Maynard's pitching running into trouble in this game. So it'll be left up to the offense after this to keep this a ball game. Here's the 0-1. This one missing outside, ball one. Canary's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Had a double in the second inning and lined out to Jordan Betts over at third in the third. 1-1 pitch, just missing again, 2-1. Gorman sets. Here's the pitch. This one's chopped foul very quickly into the fence over on the third base side. So count even at 2-2 now. 2 down here in the bottom half of the fourth. John Norwood on deck. Maynard is trying to get out of this inning without any further damage done. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. This one down the third baseline, but foul.
Not fouled by much as he just hooked it past the third base bank.
So here's the 2-2 pitch coming again from Gorman. He looks in for his sign. Slater gets his lead. He doesn't go this time as this one's bounced in the dirt. So third straight hitter in a row for Gorman to run the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner goes again. This one to the shortstop, Weiss. He'll pick it up on the hop and fire on to first for out number 3. So the Gulls get 3 more runs after a 2-run home run, second of the day for Alex DeLeon, and an RBI single from Austin Slater. The Gulls 9, Mainers 5 here entering into the top half of the 5th. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here at Cardines Field, Jake Willett alongside Nick Lima on the NECBL Broadcast Network. We're entering into the top half of the 5th. Here in this game, it's 9-5, Gulls favor. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters, heart of the Mainers lineup to come up in this inning. Jordan Hagel, Jordan Betts, and Anthony Hajar as Halstead in for his for another inning of relief. Had a race in between innings between 2 young Gulls fans. That was a very exciting race as the both of them tied at the plate and collided into gully here at Cardines Field.
Yeah, a lot of close calls like that here from time to time. Of course, Gulls staff and interns are always there to make sure no one gets seriously hurt. It's all in good fun.
Malillo fires down to second after Halstead finishes his warm-up pitches. And we'll see the first hitter of the inning, Jordan Hagel. Hagel's 1 for 2 on the day. He flew out to the left fielder back in the first and hit a 3-run home run back in the third inning. Part of this 5-run game for the Mainers. As before Halstead can even throw a pitch, Hagel calls timeout. Here's the first pitch from Halstead. The inside, ball 1. Hagel again just joining the Mainers not too long ago and already making an impact on this team. Here's the 1-0. Outside corner, called for a strike. Hagel steps in. And the pitch. This one sent foul and way down the street behind us. As Hagel's going to have to battle now. He's down 1-2. Mystic finally getting on the board. 17-3 at Fitch High School. As the 1-2 chop slow to the shortstop. McKeithen's going to pick it up, throw on to first, and it will be picked out of the dirt by Winger just in time to beat Hagel down at first base for out number 1 here in the 5th. Slow roller to McKeithen at shortstop, but he did a nice job catching up with that one. And here's Jordan Betts now, the third baseman. Struck out back in the first. And hit a double and scored back in the third. First pitch to him, low for ball 1. Halstead winds and fires as this one's in there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. Betts already has 4 home runs on the season, only hit 4 the entire season for the Duke Blue Devils this year. As the next pitch misses low and away for ball 2. And the pitch. This one lifted high and way out of play. As Betts evens up the count again. This time at 2-2. Two-two pitch. In the dirt. Full count now. The payoff pitch coming from Halstead is a walk and a strikeout on the day. Hasn't let up a hit yet. And the pitch. Betts sends a very hard ball down the left side, but out of play again.
Swinging for the fences that time, but he hooked it. Real on America's Cup Avenue as the fans peer out there, looking at the traffic, dodging baseballs.
Payoff pitch again. This one chopped foul again behind him. So Betts battling here. Maynard's offense having to work again as they trail by 4. Here's the pitch. As this one's sent out into deep right field, both center fielder and outfielder looking up, and this is see you later. 5th home run of the year for Jordan Betts. 9-6, still in the Gulls' favor now. As Betts is really putting the swing on this season, as he already has 5 home runs on the year. This one to right center field.
Well, that'll put him right up there, the NECBL league leaders, who all have 5 home runs on the season. There's a number of players now with 5 round trippers.
Anthony Hajjar.
I can say, though, that every one of Betts' home runs are not cheap home runs at all. As the first pitch to Anthony Hajjar called for a strike. As both Cardines Field having very deep parts of the park. Goodall Park, known for having a very long way to go. As Hajjar tried to check his swing, but they appealed on the first, and field umpire John Keegan said he went around. So he'll be down 0-2 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. This one over the head of Hajjar. Nice snag by Melillo. That one just getting away from Halstead. Counting at 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Fisted. This one will get past the pitcher. No one at first base. As Winger is going to range over and field that one, but no one was covering as Halstead came off the mound and kind of went to his knees to try to field that pitch. And Hajjar's on with a 1-out infield single here in the top of the 5th.
The shortstop, number 12, Mark Wiest.
This will bring up the shortstop, Mark Wiest. He's 1 for 2. Hit a triple in the 2nd inning and scored, and reached on an error back in the 3rd. Hajjar at first. First pitch to Wiest. Outside, ball 1. 9-6 Gulls lead. Halstead looking over at Hajar at first. And he sets and delivers. This one catches the outside corner, strike one. So we've seen here so far in this game, the Mainers still trying to play catch up. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss to Weiss. What would have been ball two, as that one was way outside. Count at 1-2 now. Here's a pitch. Outside in the dirt, ball two. Count will be even now. Halstead comes to set and fires. Late swing by Weiss, but this one fouled up and over. We'll do the 2-2 again.
Better call. Newport Glass.
Already 42 pitches for Halstead here in relief.
Weiss awaits the 2-2. Here it comes. This one sent a line shot into center field, and that'll be just a few steps over to Rosen's left, and he retires Weiss for the second out of the inning. So here's Paul Cronenfeld, the designated hitter, here to bat with 2 outs in the top half of the 5th.
The designated hitter.
Cronenfeld 0 for 2.
Paul.
Flew out to left in the second and lined out to the right fielder in the third. They check back at Hajar at first. He only had like about a step and a half off of the bag. Cronenfeld still waiting for the first pitch. Here it is. This one will be low. Ball one. Halstead sets and fires. Big swing and a miss from Cronenfeld as this pitch was inside. Count out 1-1. Cronenfeld only 5 hits on the year in 35 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Inside again, ball two. Keene Swamp Bats trailing the Danbury Westerners 7-5 in Danbury. And the Blue Sox over the Steeplecats 7-5 in Holyoke. They're in the both in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. This one fouled hard out of play. Excuse me, actually into the net on the third base side. The count will be even at 2-2 now. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the Bay Sox leading the Mountaineers in Vermont 7-0 in the 7th inning. Pitch. This one lined right up the middle into center field. This time Hajar is going to stop at second. So Cronenfeld has himself a 2-out single here in the 5th. Melillo will go out and talk to his pitcher as Brett Armour, the catcher for the Mainers, makes his way to the plate. Armour is 0 for 2, however, does have an RBI.
The catcher, number 6.
As he grounded out to the second baseman back in the second, which allowed Weiss to come in from third to score. Also lined out to left field in the third. Halstead throwing 50 pitches in relief. There's a walk and a strikeout. First pitch to Armour. Armour swings at and sends it up and over. Foul for strike one. That was Armour's first RBI of the year, as he looks to reach base for the first time tonight.
Mainers have now out hit the Gulls 10-8.
And the pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike two, and Armour not liking that call. He looks down to third, get a sign from Coach Isaric. As there's 2 outs, and he has to battle with an 0-2 count. Halstead sets, looks back at Hajar at second, fires. This one sent foul, and again, way down the street behind us.
Better call, Newport Glass.
Very effective sound effect here.
Car screeching to a halt. A massive collision.
Sounds, I mean, you're right on the highway, right on major roads here. It sounds pretty real. Could be convincing.
They love their sound effects at Cardines.
0-2 pitch. This one sent through the left side. Coach Isaac's going to send Hajar. Oh, this one gets bobbled by Norwood. So the Mainers able to score another run here in the 5th. As Armour gets on with a single.
The left fielder.
And we're going to actually see how that run is actually scored.
Brian Doran.
There'll be no error in the play, but it's a straight up RBI single for Brett Armour.
We'll see the pitching coach out again for the Gulls to talk to Halstead. So the Mainers again trying to battle back for this game. It's now 9-7 Newport Gulls over the Sanford Mainers. And the 4 wins that the Mainers have had, it's been 10-4 and 11-3 and 5-1 all over the New Bedford Bay Sox, and 3-0 over the Danbury Westerners. So this is the first time the Mainers have put more than 5 runs on the board. Excuse me. There's Brian Doran. First pitch to him. This one's actually down and in, but called for a strike. So Cronenfeld at second, Armour at first. 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. 0-1 pitch to Doran. This one bounces in the dirt. No advance from Cronenfeld or Armour. The count will be even at 1-1. So Armour getting his second hit of the season. He's now 2 for 20. One pitch. Check swing. And it appeared that he went all the way around, but they appealed to the field umpire, and he said he didn't. I'm going to admit, though, that I feel that to appeal down to the umpire that's at second base is really not effective, as the umpires are parallel to each other as far as when it comes to looking at the pitch, as the next pitch to him runs the count 3-1.
Yeah, John Keegan certainly didn't have a good view on that.
So both umpires in this situation getting the same view of the check swing. So here's the 3-1 to Doran. This one called a strike. So count will run full. Payoff pitch coming here to Brian Doran with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Newport Gulls lead the Mainers 9-7. So Mainers have managed to put 11 hits on the board. Halstead looks back and fires. Ball 4 here, bases loaded for the Mainers. That one missed low. So Troy Black will come to bat. He's 2 for 3. Black already had a grand slam at Robbie Mills Park against Laconia back on Sunday.
The second baseman,
Said that it was technically his first home run ever as a college player, as he said he never even hit one out in batting practice. So he was pretty excited about that. 2 outs here, first pitch to Black. Inside, ball 1. Halstead collects himself. Black steps into the box. Here's the 1-0. And that went inside again, but this time called a strike. Black seemed to back out of that. And here's the 1-1. Black calls timeout. So Maynard's threatening with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Put a couple more runs up on the board to hopefully bring this game tied. It is 9-7. Maynard's trailing. Here's the 1-1. Black swings at this one and fouls it straight back. So he's down 1-2.
Well, his base is empty and 2 out, but 3 straight reached here. Big spot in this ball game right now for Ryan Halstead.
So Maynard's showing here that they can fight. As Halstead sets, here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Troy Black swings and misses for the second strikeout for Halstead, with the bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. But the Mainers do grab another, or 2 more rather. It is 9-7, Newport Gulls over the Mainers. We head to the home half of the 5th. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network. Be the 9-1-2 hitters here for the Newport Gulls in the home half of the 5th inning. John Gorman. Another inning of relief for the right-hander. Giving up a hit and walked 1. Hasn't struck out any yet. He's thrown 25 pitches.
Leading off the Newport 5th inning.
8:32 p.m. here at Cardinals Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Number 18, John Norwood.
This brings up John Norwood. First pitch to him, he shows bunt, pulls it back. The ball 1. Is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Walked in his last plate appearance and hit a triple and scored in the second. As the next one runs way inside, causing Norwood to lean back on that one. Counting out 2-0. Gorman working quickly. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one up high, 3-0. So Gorman in danger of walking his second hitter of the game and putting another leadoff runner for the Gulls. He fires. Up high once again. Norwood showed bunt, pulled it back. 4 straight balls from Gorman to start the bottom half of the 5th, and the Gulls yet again have another leadoff runner.
The right fielder.
Here's Casey Kaufman.
Third time that Newport has done it in the ball game. The Mainers have had their leadoff man on 3 times as well.
Kaufman struck out in his last at-bat. First pitch to him, called the ball. Coleman looks back. Here's the 1-0, right down the heart of the plate, strike 1. Kaufman 0 for 2. Excuse me, 0 for 3. Here's the 1-1. Coleman taking a little while here as he checks back at first. Ajar wasn't completely on the bag, but was still holding Norwood on. As Kaufman steps back in. Gorman sets. Fires the pitch. This one up high. Ball 2. Kaufman again. Usually number 28, but wearing number 4 tonight. Rumor has it he left his jersey at home.
That's what they tell us. Well, 4's always been a lucky number for Newport.
As the 2-1s fouled into the protective netting on the third base side. Count even at 2-2.
It's formerly worn by URI product Scott Brown. Played at the University of Rhode Island for the Newport Gulls. The only goal ever hit an inside the park home run. Also had a grand slam in the championship series here that season. That was a long time ago, 2005.
Gorman shakes off a couple signs, as he wasn't even on the mound when he was doing that. Still shakes off a few more. I imagine a call timeout here soon. So far none, as he sets and fires. This one grounded, chopped to the second base side. Black will fire on to first, as that one took forever to get to second base. So they'll get Kaufman at first, but Norwood will move up to second with one out here in the bottom of the 5th. Black had to range over anyway to his left, so that would have been an awkward turn if he was going to try to make the double play.
22, Joel McKeithen.
Brings up shortstop Joel McKeithen. He's 0 for 1. As he's walked twice already. As he sends his pitch line into right center field. This one will be off the fence. And another run will come in to score with an RBI double for Joel McKeithen. 10-7, Gulls now lead. As Hagel threw a rocket back into second base. Mark Weiss would have had him if the throw wasn't to the wrong side of the bag.
Well, McKeithen picks up his second double of the season, his 4th RBI. Newport continues to try to extend their lead as the Mariners play catch-up all the way through.
Here's Alex DeLeon. First pitch to him called a strike on the outside corner. He's 2 for 2 with two-run home runs. 4 RBI on the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Once again, outside corner, strike 2. DeLeon responsible for 4 of the Gulls' 10 runs in tonight's ball game. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 1 down. Here's the pitch, fouled back. We'll do the 0-2 again. McKeithen sits at second base in scoring position for the Gulls. As Gorman tries to get out of this inning without any more damage. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, and Alex DeLeon is out on strikes. So first strikeout of the day for John Gorman in relief. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And there's action in the bullpen for the Mainers. Looks to be right-hander. First pitch to Brett Winger, called a strike. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Here's the 0-1. Swings and misses at this one. So he's quickly down 0-2.
I think it was Matt Horan warming up. I can't be sure.
It's either Matt Horan or Charlie Haslip down in the Mainers bullpen. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one up high. 1-2. And we'll get a for sure look here. It's going to be Charlie Haslip, the right-hander, up in the bullpen. Here's 1-2 pitch. Up high again, 2-2.
Newport has action up as well. Peter Kelich, also a righty.
So Gorman trying to get out of this inning again with only allowing 1 run. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for John Gorman here to end the bottom half of the 5th. Second strikeout for Gorman in relief. Gulls grab 1. It's 10-7. They lead over the Sanford Mainers. We head to the top of the 6th inning here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Halstead in for another inning of work. They do have someone warming in the bullpen, though. This will be the 2-3-4 hitters for the Mainers to bat in the top of the sixth. First one being Eno Patron. Patron has walked twice in this game.
Number 21.
Had a single back in the first inning. Walked in the third and fourth. Came around to score in the third on a 3-run home run by Jordan Hagel. First pitch to him, called a ball. So he's ahead of the count early, 1-0.
A cloudless night here in Newport. A beautiful sunset off towards our west over the third base line.
Next pitch to him runs up and in. Ball 2. And it looks like Melillo called time to adjust something. Brief conversation with the home plate umpire, Stephen Williams. Here's the 2-0. Swings at this one. Slow roller to the first baseman. Winger will flip on to Halstead for out number 1. Here in the 6th inning. Here's Jordan Hagel. He's 1 for 3 with 3 RBI. Had that 3-run deep home run to right center field.
Jordan Hagel.
So 2 home runs apiece for both teams, 2 coming from Alex DeLeon for the Gulls, and 1 for Hagel and 1 for Jordan Betts. First pitch to him, he lines this one into left field with a 1-out single. His second of the day, second hit of the day. And here's Jordan Betts. Betts also having himself a decent night. He's 2 for 3. Again, that home run in the 5th inning. And doubled back in the 3rd. Scored on both those plays.
Number 22, Jordan Betts.
Halstead throwing 68 pitches thus far as he sets and fires the first pitch to Betts. Betts thought about swinging at it, checked his swing, but called a strike anyway. 0-1 the count. Hagel again at first. Here's the 0-1. This one inside, ball 1. Count even at 1-1 now. Halstead has allowed 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And the pitch. Betts sends this one foul and out of play. Lost side of that ball down the right field side. So count at 1-2 now.
Better call.
Newport Glass.
Halstead shaking off a few signs as Betts calls timeout. Steps out of the box. Betts again coming in this game batting .327. Here's the 1-2. Outside, throw down to first, but Hagel will be back standing up. That last pitch a ball, so the count even again at 2-2. Betts gets ready. Here's the pitch. Sends this one right back to the pitcher, Halstead. Halstead will turn to second, on to first, double play. Looks to be the, I believe, the 1-6-3 double play to end the top of the 6th. So Hagel had himself a 1-out single, but this inning is now done on the double play off the bat of Jordan Betts. We played 5.5 here at Cardines Field. The Newport Gulls lead the Sanford Mainers 10-7 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Five, 6, 7 hitters here for the Newport Gulls to lead off in the bottom half of the 6th inning. John Gorman still on in relief for the Mainers.
The catcher, number 10, Jeff.
Jordan Betts ending that last half of the inning in a 1-6-3 double play First pitch to Jeff Malillo, the catcher, called a strike. Malillo really didn't agree with that call. Next pitch to him, outside, ball 1. Seems to me that players from both sides very frustrated with some of the calls tonight. Here's the 1-1.
Even.
Up and in, ball 2. Holman working. Here's the 2-1. This one fouled off. That was quick. I couldn't tell if that was off the mask of the umpire or the catcher.
Lightning quick.
It seems that it looks to be a little bit hazy out in the outfield now. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again.
Yeah, there seems to be some fog rolling in off the water. Mostly in the distance. Some high clouds in the distance. Some very light fog.
2-2 pitch from Gorman. Just missing low. Count runs full. I know in the past the Gulls have been fogged out before.
Happens usually once a season, maybe twice.
Next pitch from Gorman, ball 4. So for the 4th time tonight, the Newport Gulls have their leadoff runner on. This time in the bottom of the 6th.
The center fielder,
Bring up Yale Rosen.
number 25, Yale Rosen.
Rosen 0 for 2. Walked and scored as he sends his first pitch foul and out of play.
Yes, the temperature continues to decrease. Again, we were about 78 degrees throughout most of the day here, touching 80. But if it decreases, we'll see more fog develop.
Next pitch bouncing in the dirt. Armour can't find it, and that will get Malillo all the way up to second base.
A wild pitch.
So 1-1 the count. Gorman sets. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Up high, ball 2.
Winds have started to change direction a little bit too. It's blowing more out towards right field. It's coming in from the right side, blowing right to left earlier.
And the pitch here. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Quite the hack from Yale Rosen on that one. As the lefty hitter trying to send it out to right field with the wind blowing in his favor. So Malillo at second base. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Gorman. This one sharply grounded to the shortstop Wiest. He'll get the backhand fire on first. Out number 1. And this will bring up
The third baseman,
Austin Slater.
number 12, Austin.
Slater's 2 for 3 with an RBI. As he singled back in the 4th inning. And that'll be it for John Gorman as Coach Isaric makes his way out. As his night is done. Go in to see who comes in, and just judging by the stirrups that the pitcher's wearing, I can tell you now that's number 26 right-handed pitcher Charlie Haslett. But we'll give you more on him when we come back from this break. 10-7 Gulls lead here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network. Austin Slater will step in for the Gulls to face the new pitcher for the Mainers, Charlie Haslett. Haslett coming into his 7th game for the Mainers this season. 9.1 innings pitched, only giving up 5 hits, no runs, 13 strikeouts, no walks, and stands at a perfect 0-0 ERA. First pitch to Slater, fouled back. So he's down 0-1. The runner on second will be responsible for John Gorman. John Gorman responsible for Jeff Malillo, I should say, at second base. 0-1 pitch coming from Haslett. This will be up and away, ball 1. Still in the 6th inning, 8:54 p.m. here. Haslip sets. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one sent into deep right field. Patron stopping, looking up, and this one is out of here. Slater adds to the home run derby of the night, the 5th home run of the game between both teams, and puts the Gulls ahead now 12-7 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, he said it earlier tonight. Orson Slater was the only Newport Gull in the starting 9 not to hit a home run yet this season. Now he joins his other teammates. And he picks up another round tripper and give the Gulls another 5-run lead in this one. Well, as much as the Sanford Mainers try to climb back into it, the Gulls keep adding to their lead.
So that'd be 1 run charged to Charlie Haslip, the first of the year. The other one in charge to John Gorman. Here's Connor Canary. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI.
Slater becomes the 11th goal to hit a home run this season.
First pitch to him fouled into the netting on the third base side. 0-1. So as soon as the Mainers try to creep back, pushed away again. Next pitch to Canary called a strike. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Count now runs at 1-2. Timeout by Slater at home. Excuse me, Canary. Here's the 1-2. This one chopped. Out to play. Haslip will pick it up. Throw on to first. 4 out number 2. Here in the 6th inning. Bring up John Norwood.
The left fielder, number 18, John Norwood.
Norwood's 1 for 1. He's walked twice. His only hit is a triple back in the 2nd inning. Also came around to score in both that 2nd inning and the 5th. First pitch to him called a ball. The 1-0. And strike 1 evens up the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Casey Kaufman in behind Norwood on deck. Here's the pitch. This one fouled out of play. Count now runs at 1-2. Haslip gets his sign, and he winds and fires. This one up and in. Used up the count again, 2-2. He 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, Gulls lead 12-7 over the Mainers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Charlie Haslip gets out of this inning, but not before giving up a 2-run home run to Austin Slater. Put the Gulls ahead over the Mainers 12-7. Mainers come to bat here in the top half of the 7th. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here at Harding Field in the top of the 7th inning. There'll be a new pitcher on for the Newport Gulls, and here to talk about the new pitcher and take you through the rest of the game, voice of the Newport Gulls, Nick Lima.
Thank you very much, Jacob Willett. We go to the 7th, 5-run ball game. Newport 12 and Sanford 7. Here, we'll see Peter Kellich take over for Ryan Halstead in relief. Rick Graves, the starter for the Newport Gulls, chased out of the game, allowing 5 straight base runners in the 3rd. Halstead came on. The last 2 outs in the inning. The last 3 outs in the inning, I should say. relatively effective. They gave up a couple of runs in the
Mainers
fifth.
Top of the seventh, the first baseman, number 27.
Anthony Hajar, his first pitch he sees, grounds it to the right side. Underhand stab by the first baseman Winger in heel underhand to the pitcher covering for out number 1. Peter Kelich, right-hander on the mound for the Newport Gulls. 1 pitch, 1 out already, 3-1 on the grounder. Kelich, 2.51 ERA. He's 1-0 in 1 start and now 5 appearances out of the bullpen. Check that. This is his 4th appearance.
Number 12, Mark.
He has a pair of saves. Mark Weiss fouls the first pitch he sees back. Kelich has worked 14 of the 30 innings, allowing 16 hits, 6 runs for them earned, walking 4, but striking out 17. And solid reliever for Newport this season. The fastball is in there for a strike, and the count is up to 0-2 against Mark Weiss, who's tripled, reached on an error, flied to center, and scored. Next pitch is swung on and popped up first base side. Brett Winger giving chase in front of the Sanford dugout, and he'll get just out of his reach, land on the right field roof seats.
Newport Glass.
Count remains nothing. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. It's taken low. I'll leave things up at 2-2. Outfield playing deep. They're slowly starting to be obscured by a little bit of fog out there. Of course, this is now an official game. The 2-2 pitcher, ground ball bouncer, right side. Canary up with it. Throws across for out number 2.
So the Mainers only having a few more outs left in order to bring this game back. Has only been in their favor once, as they led 1-0 at one point. It's the second time this season that the Mainers have gone up 1-0 over the Newport Gulls, and the Gulls tacking on them quite a few runs. This time the Mainers able to keep up a little bit, still 12-7.
Paul Cronenfeld is 1 for 3 with a single. The pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. Peter Kelich on the mound here for Newport. Hails from Jackson, New Jersey, but attends his college right here in Rhode Island. Goes to Bryant University, formerly known as Bryant College. Bryant, located north and west of Providence, Rhode Island. He's a junior there, 6'1", 135 right-hander. As the pitch misses, count now 1-2 on the DH. Next pitch, just outside, ball 2. Gulls will wrap up the month of June tomorrow on the road at Laconia for the 3rd time in 7 days. And their 4th time this month. 2-2 pitch, line shot, foul. Takes a high hop off the warehouse, will bounce all the way up West Marlborough Street. That one has hit a long way.
Cronenfeld showing his power on that swing. I know you mentioned that Newport will be in Laconia for the 4th time this month.
2-2 is up and away.
And as the Mainers will be on the road to New Bedford tomorrow, and that's the 4th time this month as well. So both our teams finishing off the away series.
3-2 pitch, grounded, first base side, foul. Of course, the Laconia Muskrats have already been to Newport twice, so they've played each other 6 times as of tomorrow. They'll see each other twice, both at Cardines Field in July. Newport and Sanford still see each other 5 times in the month of July, including the next time they meet on July 14th up in Sanford. The pitch, a ground ball bouncer, shortstop McKeithen fields, up with it, throws across, and it is just in time to retire him on the ground out. 6-3, 3 grounders in the inning, a 1-2-3 inning of relief. And we're through 6.5 from Cardines Field. Newport 12, Sanford 7 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here to Newport, Rhode Island. Nick Lima alongside Jacob Willett, new pitcher.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Playing second base for the Sanford Mainers, number 1, Jose Torrell.
Haslett's going to stay in the game.
He attends Canisius College, and he resides in Mississauga.
Charlie Haslip still on the mound here, but a new defensive replacement, I should say, here in the 7th inning. It's 12-7 Newport, top of the order up, and Casey Coffin. First pitch he sees is outside, ball 1.
Leading off the 7th for the Gulls, number 4, Casey Kaufman.
Is that Jose Torralba back in the game?
Yes, Jose Torralba back in the game now for the Mainers.
Pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count will even. Torralba now appeared in all 15 games this season for Sanford. The pitch is cut on and missed. 1-2 the count. Jose entering the game, taking over for Troy Black.
I think Black might have moved over to shortstop, and Wiest is now out of the game.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout for Casey Coffin, his second of the night. Charlie Haslip picks up his second, and here's Joel McKeithen, who's walked twice and had an RBI double.
Mainers doing a lot of juggling in the infield right now.
So Black is at shortstop.
Everything else appears to remain the same.
Pitch is cut on and missed. Strike 1. So Torralba into play second. Black moves from second to shortstop. A pitch. A little low. Archie in there for a strike, I should say. The count 0-2. Keithan, an RBI double his last time, has scored twice tonight. Both after walking, so the free passes have hurt the Mainers. The pitch skips in there. Eight walks issued to Gulls batters from Mainers pitching. 1-2, misses, ball 2. Don't have an official attendance report. It's a big crowd here tonight. Many of the young fans are now waiting down the third base line for Tag the Gull. Always happens after the 7th inning here. 2-2. Foul tip to the backstop. Been a slow-moving game. A bit of a slugfest, but the Gulls have led since the second. The Mainers jumped out to an early 1-0 lead. Newport played at 6 runs in the second inning. Led ever since, but the Mainers have been climbing their way back in all throughout. 2-2 inside, ball 3. Charlie Haslip taking his time here. The base is empty. This game's approaching the 3-hour mark. Payoff pitch is swung on and hooked down the right field line. Well foul. Lands in front of the fire station behind us.
Fair call, Newport.
Once again, Haslip with the payoff pitch. Check swing, foul back our way. Bounce off the screen right in front of Jacob and I here in the broadcast booth. Joined as well by our new official scorer in here for his second game, Tim Scott, doing a fine job to our left. And our Newport Gulls media relations coordinator, Jackie Beatrice, on our right. The pitch swung on and fouled down the left field line. And it is among the largest crowds of the season here at Cardines Field. Tonight's attendance 2,812. 2-8-1-2. Fans really turned out tonight. 3-2 the count. The 8th or 9th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Hot shot, foul first base side. Joel McKeithen is battling here. He's worked the count deep tonight. 3 of his previous 4 plate appearances. Of course, his RBI double was first pitch swinging back in the 5th.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a breaking ball here from Haslip.
3-2 fastball low, ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but Joel McKeithen reaches on the base on balls for the 3rd time tonight. That's the 9th walk issued by Mainers pitching, the first by Charlie.
Haslip was the only Mainer that did not have a walk on that pitching staff. He joins the rest of the squad, as before this game, Trip Davis only had 1 walk.
Here's Alex DeLeon, the pitch. Curveball is taken on the inside corner for a called strike, and You got to figure this could be one of his last at-bats, if not his last at-bat at Cardines Field. Already 2 home runs tonight. 2-run blasts, both to left. The pitch. Low, ball 1. Count 1-1. He struck out and walked as well. DeLeon, 4 homers and 9 RBI. He'll be with the team tomorrow in Laconia for heading back home for the summer. What a summer he's had here in the month of June. Really carried the team offensively, the 1-1. It's low, ball 2. Gulls will miss the power in his bat. Well, they certainly have plenty other firepower on the bench. Looks forward to seeing what they can do in the month of July. A 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. The count evens at 2-2. A walk in the first, a 2-run homer over the fence and left in the second. A monster shot, also a 2-run homer in the fourth. He struck out looking on 3 pitches in the fifth.
Games finalized here in the league. Laconia Muskrats beating the Mystic Schooners 18-4.
2-2 pitch, cut on and missed, strike 3. DeLeon goes down swinging, and there are 2 outs.
Keene Swamp Bats beating the Danbury Westerners after being tied for a while, 8-7 in Danbury. And the New Bedford Bay Sox defeating the Vermont Mountaineers tonight, 8-1 in Montpelier. And the North Adams Steeplecats and the Holyoke Blue Sox still tied at 7 in the top of the ninth in Holyoke.
Brett Winger's 2 for 4, pair of singles. Pitch to him is swung on and looped in the right field. It's going to drop quickly and drop in for a base hit. Wide turn at second for the base runner McKeithen, but he gets back safely. And Brett Winger is 3 for 5. So Swamp Bats defeat the Westerners. That game was tied at 7 apiece for quite some time, but Keene got a go-ahead run across in the 8th and beat Danbury 8-7. At Rogers Park, 10 hits for each team. Close matchup between 2 Western Division opponents. Danbury was 2 games back of first place Keene in the NECBL West. Jeff Melillo's walked twice. His hit streak is on the line. Stands right now at 7 games. The pitch. Swing and a foul to the right. Fly to right, he struck out. He walked in the 4th, he walked in the 6th, and he scored twice. Haslip. Roosevelt Gulls on first and second. From the stretch, Charlie's 0-1 pitch. A curve, swung on and hooked foul. Lillo saw a pitch to hit out. They got under it. Jeff very hard at the bat since returning from an injury. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the inning is over. Charlie Haslip gives up a walk and a single, but strikes out the side here in the 7th. After 7 innings of baseball from Cardines Field, Newport Gulls still leading the Sanford Mainers 12-7 here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. Good shot at some of the fans standing on top of the Mudville Pub seating area over the first base foul line. You don't include those fans in the attendance, but usually there's about 30 to 40 people there watching the game. And that establishment, which is a sponsor here of the Newport Gulls. We've sponsored things such as the ticket backs in the past. Hope Gulls pay for the cost of printing them. We go to the top of the 8th here at Cardines Field. Newport 12, Sanford 7. And it'll be Peter Kellich out for a second inning of relief. He got the side in order in the 7th. 3 ground outs. Face 8, 9, and 1 for Sanford, who's just 4 and 10. Struggling here to start the season. Brett Armour, his first pitch fastball of the outside corner for a called strike. If you look at some of their statistics, their team ERA 3.80. That's second best in the NECBL. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and hit a long way to left field deep. Going way back is Norwood looking up at the fence, and this one is long gone. A home run for Brett Armour. His first of the season, and Armour, who was struggling at the plate, had no RBI coming in. This one has 3 runs batted in on the night and 2 hits.
A very, very powerful swing there from Armour, and he had 4 home runs for Wake Forest this year and 165 at-bats. But got all of that ball to send that out of here.
So 3 home runs for each team in the game. The pitch is low, ball 1 to Brian Doran, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Doran, now 2 for 7 on the season. The pitch is low. 2 walks, 3 Ks, 1 double, no RBI as of yet. So it's 12-8. The Mainers are within 4. Have 6 outs to work with. The pitch outside. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Top of the order due up next. Not a good time for Kellich to fall behind. His pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 4. That is the second time that Doran has walked. And the 4th walk of the night for Newport Gulls pitching. The Mainers have walked 9. Top of the order, and Troy Black,
Number 4, Troy
playing shortstop now. He started the game at second. He is 2 for 4, a pair of singles and a run scored. Taps the plate, looks out on Kellich, sets below the belt, and fires a fastball inside. Ball 1. That's 5 straight out of the zone. Hopefully the home run did not shake up his confidence at all. Let's have a 4-run lead to protect here late in the ball game. 1-0. Just outside, ball 2. This with the breaking ball. 2,812 the attendance here. The largest crowds of the season. Kevin Long doesn't like what he's seeing. Newport Gulls veteran pitching coach will be out for a word. And checking through season statistics for attendance at games, and this is the largest crowd of the season to date.
Mainers trying to put something together here in the top of the 8th inning. You already had a home run by Brett Armour, who started off, and then a walk to Doran. Now here's Troy Black.
Lolo has a last quick word here with his pitcher Kellich, for he and home plate umpire Stephen Williams, who broke up the conversation, and back behind the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to count on Black. Runner at first. Tying run on double deck here for the Mainers. The pitch inside, low, ball 3, as Bilolo looks down at first base line, but Doran wasn't far off the bag at all.
Imagine here Black, after throwing 7 straight balls from Kellich, Black's going to take this pitch.
3-0. Outside high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks here. And there'll be 2 on with nobody out. Now the tying run comes to the on-deck circle. It's getting a little dicey here at Cardines Field in the 8th inning. Eno Patron is 1 for 2. He's walked twice and singled.
The right fielder, number 21, Eno Patron.
Regardless of the ending result of this game, you can definitely say the Mainers have fought all the way through it.
First pitch strike. Fastball from Kellich. 0-1. From the stretch, he checks the runner at second and fires. Ground ball hit hard on the first base side, fielded by a winger. Foot race to the bag. He defeats Patron, but advancing the runners successfully.
Looked like Winger was going to try for 2 on that, but that ball took a late hop up, so he had to change direction of how he was set. And that allowed Black and Doran to move up to second and third, respectively.
Center fielder, Number 24, Jordan Hagel.
Is Jordan Hagel. 2 for 4, 3-run homer to center and a single. Just grounded out, fly to left. 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. Leading off at second base is Black. Leading at third, Doran. The pitch swung on and missed. Laid on a fastball that tailed away. Good pitch from Peter Kelich.
The form of Hagel's swing there, it almost looked like he was going to try to hit his second home run of the day.
Was swinging for the fences. They're still tied over at Holyoke, 7-7 between the Blue Sox and Steelcats. The pitch is low. Ball 1. Long look in now for Peter Kelich, who comes to the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Chased the breaking ball. It tailed away. First strikeout in relief for Peter. The 5th of the night for Gulls pitching. And I'll bring up Jordan Betts with 2 down and 2 on in scoring position. Betts has had a good night at the plate as well. Strikeout, a 1-6-3 double play, but he's homered to center and doubled and scored twice. 2 for 4 is Betts. Now has 5 home runs and 11 RBI. The pitch. Skips outside for ball 1, but Betts swung at it and missed. It wasn't a ball, I should say. It's strike 1.
Not exactly sure what Betts was swinging at. That pitch bounced before the plate.
Looked like a slider from Kelich that kind of broke in front of the plate. Lowell did a good job of keeping it in front of him. But he swung at it. It's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Same pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Kelich working the off-speed stuff here. And Betts is fooled. Jordan hitting .327. 8 runs scored on the season. Well, 9 runs scored, rather. Pitch. A little bit low. Did he offer? No, says field umpire John Keegan. Ball 1. Black a lead off second. Doran off third. 1-2 the count. Kelich from the stretch. Here is the pitch. Swinging a high drive down the right field line. Facing over his winger. Kaufman giving a chase down the corner, but it's going to be carried out of the ballpark. Foul over the warehouse. And that was hit a long way, but foul. Home run distance for Betts, but he hit it well foul down the right field line.
Betts not giving up here. As Kelich only 1 out away from getting out of this jam that he put himself in.
Anthony Hajar waits on deck with 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. Once again, Kelich, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a drive into center field. It's going to drop down for a base hit. Backhand stab out there by Rosen, but gets by him. 2 runs will score. In is Black, and into second is Betts. And just like that, it's a 2-run game. The tying run comes to the plate here in the 8th. Rosen tried to backhand that one out there in front of the right center field fence.
I think they're going to rule it a 2 RBI double.
So no error as Betts picks up his second and third RBI of the night. Was 13 on the season, his second double, his 5th of the year. For Anthony Hajar. Tying run at the plate. Here is the pitch. Fastball outside corner for a called strike. 2 outs here in the 8th. Newport 12 and Sanford 10. The Mainers not going away quietly here. Game they trailed at 1.6-1. The 0-1. Swung on and laced down the right field line over the light tower on the first base side and well out of play. A lot of foul balls hit over the Mudville Pub here, a 3-story building. That's well to the right of foul territory. Hajar 2 for 4, an RBI single, an infield hit, a run scored. The pitch is taken high, ball 1. Driven in 7 on the season. batting .326.
That was Maynard's 14th hit of the day. Newport has 11.
1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. The Mainers get 2 more back, or rather 3 more back on the home run by Brett Armour and the 2-run double by Jordan Betts. But they still trail it here, 12-10 at Cardines Field. We're through 6.5. Yeah, 7.5. That's right, as I do my math from Newport. Tad the Gully on tap here at Cardines Field. We'll take a break and step away on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Newport Gulls lead the Sanford Mainers 12-10. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. 12-10 Gulls lead. We'll see 6, 7, and 8 due up here in the 8th. Face Matt Horan. The first pitch is outside, ball 1. Horan, the 4th pitcher tonight for the Mainers.
Matt Horan coming from Franklin Pierce University, making his 6th appearance in a Mainers uniform. 5.40 ERA and 3.1 innings pitched.
Next pitch is low, ball 2.
And in that time, he's given up 5 hits, 8 runs, but only 2 of them earned. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts.
2-0 delivery. Fastball in the outside corner for a strike.
Horan, the right-handed pitcher from Boston, Massachusetts, stands at 6'5", 205 pounds.
His 2-1 delivery. It swung on and laced foul, back and out of play. Karam's right back near the home plate area as it catches the large netting that protects both the fans and sometimes protects the traffic on America's Cup Avenue. Nets run up the first and third base line here at Cardines. A lot of fences and nets protecting the fans of the ballpark. Pressed so close up to the field. Still a little foul territory here. Pitch. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. Gerald Rosen strikes out for the first time tonight. And he is hitless. His second strikeout, I should say. 0 for 4 on the night. Now Austin Slater, who's had a good night at the plate. Driven in 3. He homered to right. Singled and doubled. Scored twice. All the young fans from Tag the Gully making their way back here from the left field line. So the stands filling back up again like it's a new ball game. The Gulls don't want a new ball game. They want to maintain their lead, the 12-10 lead over the Mainers. First pitch is high and inside, ball 1 to Austin Slater. Once again, the stands are lively here at Cardines. About maybe 200 kids out there. The pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And we are 7 minutes away from the 3-hour mark in this one. One of the longer games the Gulls have played this season, the 1-1 pitch. That was right there in the inside corner, but it's ball 2.
Very confused on where that pitch missed.
Stephen Williams has not done a great job tonight. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Count will even at 2-2. Slater went all the way around. His body twirled around on that one as momentum carried him. And his first home run of the season, his last at bat. Became the 11th goal to hit a bomb. 2-2 from Horan. He swung on and popped up, back and out of play. As far as we know, Matt Horan, no relation to one of the Newport Gulls' 5 owners. Mark Horan. We all played baseball together in college back in the 70s, early 80s. 2-2 pitch. Curve is foul, tipped to the backstop.
Slater doing a nice job grabbing a hold of that breaking pitch. Just got a piece of that at the end of the bat to follow it back.
1 out. Base is empty. Matt's 2-2 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed for a strike 3. Slater was very late. Second strikeout of the inning. Here comes Connor Canary. In an RBI double back in the second, and Newport batted around and held off the base path since. 1 for 4 on the night.
I know the Steeple Cats are leading 8-7, but reading a tweet here. And the Holyoke Blue Sox giving a leadoff double in the bottom of the ninth.
Ball 1 skips past Canary. Holyoke not done yet. Just Holyoke defeated the Gulls last night 9-8 at Mackenzie Stadium. 1-0 pitch, ground ball bouncer up the middle, and it is through for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Connor Canary. 2-out single. Newport was down 8-0 last night at Mackenzie Stadium. Came back to within 1 run. Fell 9-8 and bases loaded in the 9th inning and took advantage of 3 Blue Sox errors in the inning, but could not get that tying run across throughout the game.
Number 18, John Norwood.
Pitch, check swing. He went around for strike 1 to John Norwood, who's been on base 3 times. An RBI triple, the goal is only triple of the summer so far. Back in the second, he's walked twice and scored twice and struck out. The 0-1. Curve just misses inside.
So that leadoff double by the Blue Sox quickly erased as there's a 6-5 fielder's choice. So 1 out in the bottom of the 9th with a runner on first now for the Blue Sox.
1-1 pitch. Inside high, ball 2. Because all those games are important in the NCBL West. Only 4 games separate first from last. Very close between 3rd and 5th place. Of course, only the top 4 teams advance to the playoffs. 1 month ago here in the season, we're at the halfway point almost. The 2-1 pitch. Strike called on the inside corner, though. Newport and Sanford both have the most games still to play of any other team, virtue of rainouts and early season off days. So the Gulls' 14th game. Maynard's 15th. Horan sets, deals a 2-2 breaking ball hit on the ground towards the right side. Deep on the outfield grass, Tarabla feels it, throws to first in time for the out. There retires the side. Gulls Stritter. They've left 8. Do not score, and after 8 complete at Cardines Field, we go to the 9th. Newport Gulls 12, Sanford Maynards 10 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back at Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. Nick Lima alongside Jacob Ouellette here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Newport Gulls lead the Sanford Maynards 12-10, and we go to the 9th. It's been a slugfest here in Newport. Half a dozen home runs hit in the contest, 3 by each team. Newport has led it since the second. It's had 5-run leads in this one twice. The Maynards have not said die, and here in the 9th, we'll have 6, 7, and 8 due up to face Peter Kellich out for a 3rd inning of relief. Either way, a save situation here for Peter. Newport Gulls pitching staff with 6 saves on the season lead the NECBL. The pitch. Fastball in the inside corner, a called strike to Tarabla, making his first plate appearance of the night. He replaced Mark Wiest, who went 1 for 4 with a triple and a run score. The 0-1 comes inside and hits him. Tarabla is hit just above the elbow, the flush below the shoulder. First hit batter of the night for Gulls pitching. Not good to hit the leadoff man on a 2-run game.
Tarabla really got that one in the back, tensed up right away, kind of flipped the bat off to the side. Really wasn't happy that he got hit, but in the end, gladly takes first base.
Here's Paul Cronenfeld and Mike Coombs coming out of the dugout. Cronenfeld is 1 for 4 with a single, and he represents the tying run, go-ahead run in the on-deck circle here for the Sanford Maynards. Coombs will go to the bullpen. So Peter Kellich goes 2+ innings. And we'll have a pitching change come to you in this game in the 9th here at Cardines Field. Back in a moment on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. We're in the 9th. First batter of the inning, Jose Tarabla, was hit by Peter Kellich, chased him out of the game. And new pitcher coming on board here for the Newport Gulls will be Caleb Kellogg, making his Newport Gulls debut. Kellogg was just added to the roster today, just arrived today. A right-hander, checks in at 5'11", 180 pounds. He's a junior at Louisiana Lafayette, native of DeQuincy, Louisiana. And Caleb Kellogg coming on to pitch here in the ninth.
Especially when he's making his debut and he has the lead runner on, he can either be welcomed by the Newport Gulls fans or he could be rudely welcomed by the Mainers offense. So we'll see what happens with Kellogg here in the top of the ninth.
So the tying run at the plate in the form of Paul Cronenfeld, who is 1 for 4. No one out yet here. Kellogg, right-hander. He celebrated his birthday a couple weeks ago. Joining the Newport Gulls here, making his debut at Cardines Field in a tight ball game.
It looks like the Steeple Cats grabbed that game against Holyoke, 8-7.
Kellogg from the stretch. He deals. Fastball foul tip to the backstop. Oh, he has some power. Caleb Kellogg, a 2.54 ERA, 3-4, and 17 relief appearances this spring. Next pitch, fastball outside, ball 1. We're told he throws up to 95 miles per hour. Kellogg, 17-1 again, or rather 3-4 in 17 relief appearances. The 1-1 pitch, curve, on the outside corner, beautiful breaking ball, strike 2. Let me say that again. He was 3-4 in 17 appearances, 16 out of the bullpen. Recorded 6 saves as a closer for Louisiana. The pitch, swung on and missed. He struck him out. Nasty breaking ball in the dirt. Swung on by Cronenfeld. That's out number 1. Opponents hit just 202 against him. 41 strikeouts to 23 walks, 10 earned runs on 25 hits in 35 2/3 innings of work. Allowed just 1 home run. Foul wild pitches, 6 hit by pitches for Kellogg, who we're seeing for the first time, just added to the roster today. We were aware he was coming here for about a week. Brett Amor stands in the pitch. Curve on the inside corner for a called strike. Amor has driven in 3 tonight. An RBI single, a home run to left, a ground out that drove in a run back in the second, and he's flied to center. Hit the ball well and productively. Time call momentarily. Now they're ready to go. The pitch from the Raging Cajun is low. 1-1 the count. Brian Doran waits on deck. We're past the 3-hour mark now in this one. 12-10, Newport Gulls lead it in the ninth. The 1-1 pitch from Kellogg. Swung on and popped up right side and out of play. The breaking ball used by Caleb that time. 1-2 the count. Gulls go back on the road tomorrow at Laconia. Like to hop on that bus with a win here tonight. A 1-2 pitch from Kellogg. Here it comes. Ground ball, third base side, foul. Again, went with the breaking ball. And the way he pitches already, I think Caleb Kellogg may be used as Newport Gulls closer this summer. Armour steps out, quickly steps right back in as Kellogg gets the sign from the stretch. A 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line to left field, but right at John Norwood, who makes the catch for out number 2. And the Mainers are down to their last out. They'll be up to a pinch hitter entering the game here, Gavin Stark. He's batting 167, 3 for 18 on the season, no homers and 2 RBI. Pinch hit for Brian Doran, who was 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
Number 30.
Stark versus Kellogg with Parabola on at first. Tying run at the plate for Sanford. 12-10 our score here in the ninth.
Boy, Brett Armour, even though he's lined out there for the second out of the ninth, certainly hitting the ball hard tonight. Very encouraging sign for him as he struggled so far through the season.
Pitch. Fastball in the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Newport Gulls in search of their 10th win of the season. Trying to improve to 3-0 against Sanford. From the stretch, the 0-1 delivery coming to the plate. Fastball, ground ball, bouncer, backhand stab by the third baseman Slater. He has it, throws across, in time, and this one's over. Newport Gulls win it here at Cardines Field, 12-10, the final score, as Newport improves to 5-1 at home, 10-4 overall, and remain in a first-place tie with the New Bedford Bay Sox in the NECBL Eastern Division. Caleb Kellogg comes in the ninth and picks up his first save of the season as Ryan Halstead picks up the win for Newport. We'll come back in a moment. We'll have the full post-game report, a player of the game interview, and first the totals, the highlights, and a recap of action around the NECBL. That's all coming up next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island, as the Newport Gulls win it here, 12-10, the final score. The totals in this one for the visiting Sanford Mariners: 10 runs on 14 hits, an error, and 8 left on base, or 13 left on base. For the Newport Gulls, 12 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. They stranded 8. The game took 3 hours and 13 minutes to play. It was watched by a sellout crowd of 2,812 as Newport Gulls improved to 10-4 on the season. The starting pitchers in this one: Brett Graves went 2 innings, gave up 5 earned runs, 7 hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a home run. He gets the no decision. 61 pitches, 37 of them for strikes. Trip Davis on the other side of the ball went 3+ innings, allowing 8 runs, all of them earned. So on 7 hits, walking 5, striking out 4, 2 home runs. He picks up the loss, drops to 1-3, saw 77 pitches, 40 of them for strikes. Save goes to Caleb Kellogg out of the bullpen on his first day of the Newport Gulls. Gets the save, his first of the season. Ryan Halstead out of the bullpen for the Newport Gulls picks up the win. He improves to 1-1 as Davis drops to 1-3. There were 6 home runs hit in tonight's game. Alex DeLeon hit 2. Going back to the second and fourth innings, both 2-run homers. DeLeon's home runs, his 3rd and 4th of the season.
And the Mainers dropping to 4-11. They dropped their 4th straight. They'll try to rebound again tomorrow night against the New Bedford Bay Sox in New Bedford. Jason Ingram will get the start for the Mainers tomorrow night. Good sign, though, for the Mainers. Their bats have been quieted over the past few games. They had 14 hits on the day, tacked up 10 runs. Pitching really kind of a problem for both teams, allowing 12 and 10 runs respectively. But certainly a good sign for the Mainers, and still trying to look for that one game to put all the pieces together and turn their season around.
So the Newport Gulls and the Mainers will meet again on July 14th at Sanford. And Jacob Willett, you and George Bissell will have that call on the NECBL Broadcast Network, so I won't see you again till later in July.
Well, I'll certainly miss you, Nick. It's great working with you always.
We'll see you next time. Good luck between now and then.
All right, thank you.
So the Newport Gulls improved to 3-0 against the Sanford Mainers. 5 games remaining in the season series. Again, they meet next time on Saturday, July 14th at Sanford. Next Newport Gulls game broadcast. The Gulls go on the road tomorrow. George Bissell, Casey Williams will have the call as Newport's at Laconia. On the air, the pregame show 6:25. First pitch at 6:30 as the Gulls travel to Laconia with John Hochstetter on the mound, the left-hander. No record of 13.5 ERA, making his second start of the season. Next Newport Gulls home game after an off day Sunday will be Monday, July 2nd, as Gulls host the New Bedford Bay Sox. Pre-game show start time at 6:05, first pitch at 6:35. We hope you join us for that one. We'll go away. We'll be back with out-of-town scores next on the NCBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport. A quick look of action around the NECBL. All games are now final. Keene Swamp Bats played a run in the 8th to defeat the Danbury Westerners 8-7, the final score up at Rogers Park in Danbury, Connecticut. In interdivision play, the Vermont Mountaineers failed to the New Bedford Bay Sox 8-1, so New Bedford proves to 12-6 on the season and remain in first place tie for first place in the East with the Newport Gulls. In the Eastern Division action, Laconia Muskrats destroyed the Mystic Sooners 18-4, a game they led at 17-0 at Fitch High School in Mystic, Connecticut. And in Western Division play, North Adams Steelcats do sneak by the Holyoke Blue Sox. North Adams putting a run in the 8th inning, a ninth inning rally for the Blue Sox, pulling up short. North Adams 8, Holyoke Blue Sox the final from Mackenzie Stadium, snapping Holyoke's winning streak. And the final here, once again from Newport, the Gulls 12 and the Mainers 10. Don't go away, we'll be down the field in just a few moments as a post-game show continues. We'll have our player of the game next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here once again at Cardines Field in Newport. Now joined by our Newport Gulls player of the game, Alex DeLeon. Alex, big game here tonight for the Newport Gulls. Back and forth game, which they led all the way, but the Mainers never said die. They kept climbing back in, but the offense did carry the team here tonight, including you, with two big two-run homers.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good game. They ended up coming back a little bit, but we just kept swinging the bats when we got runs, and then our pitchers that came in did a good job.
So, Alex, you'll be leaving the team, of course, in a couple of days. Tomorrow will be your last game in the Newport Gulls uniform. It's going to be a bittersweet here, but you sure gave the fans quite a show here at Cardines Field in your last home game.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously have to go back to school, but I've had a great time so far. This is a great league, and I made a lot of good friends, and my host parents have been great. And I'm kind of not looking forward to leaving, but I have to.
A little bit of a slugfest here tonight. The ball is carrying well. 3 home runs for both teams as Austin Slater also hit his first home run of the season. 11 Gulls have hit homers this season. That's a pretty good chunk of the team.
Yeah, our team's been swinging the bat pretty well. It was good to see Slater going. He played good defense tonight, and he got a couple hits.
What are some of your best memories here in Newport so far in the month of June?
Just playing baseball every day with all the guys, new friends, and great weather.
Alex DeLeon, your Newport Gulls player of the game. Congratulations on the big night at the plate tonight and on the victory. Good luck on the road tomorrow at Laconia, and we'll keep in touch.
All right, thank you.
That's our exclusive interview with the Newport Gulls player of the game, Alex DeLeon. Thank him for joining us. Don't go away. We'll be back to wrap things up next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here one final time at Cardines Field in Newport as the Gulls defeat the Sanford Mainers here by a final score of 12-10. Newport improves their record to 10-4, remain in a first-place tie atop the NECBL Eastern Division with the New Bedford Bay Sox. Just pause a moment and thank those who made this broadcast possible. The executive producer of Newport Gulls Baseball is Tom Lima. Our director tonight was Milka Tolich. Our on-site engineer, Kevin Martin. Our production coordinator was Brian Christie. Our production assistant, Rob Sanchez. Our audio technician, Jackie Beatrice. And now joined here for a moment by Newport Gulls Vice President of Baseball Operations here, Chris Patsos.
Big supporter right here. Luke Murray hosts family. He hosts like half the team all the time. Great guy, works down the Black Pearl. It says ask for Luke. Drinks around Luke when you go to the Black Pearl, okay? Great supporter of the Gulls. Thanks, Nick. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chris Passos, for joining us here on the post-game show momentarily. Again, let's thank those who made this broadcast possible. The executive producer of Newport Gulls Baseball, Tom Lima, our director tonight, Brian Christie in the control room. Our on-site engineer was Dan Charest. Our production coordinator was Kevin Martin. Our production assistant, Rob Sanchez. Our audio technician, Jackie Beatrice. Our official scorer was Tim Scott. And for the Newport Gulls broadcast team here at Cardines Field, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast here tonight as the Newport Gulls defeat the Sanford Mainers 12-10. For Jacob Willett, I'm Nick Lima. Newport goes back on the road tomorrow. George Bissell and Casey Williams will have the call. First pitch at 6:30 as the pregame show gets underway at 6:25. John Hochstatter with the ball on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Gulls an off-day Sunday. Return home on Cardines Field on Monday night. Take on the Bedford Bay Sox. We'll be on the air. The pregame show at 6:05. First pitch at 6:35. We hope you'll join us then. One final time, the final score here from Cardines. Newport wins it 12-10 and retains possession along with the Bay Sox in first place in the NECBL Eastern Division. Hope you liked tonight's broadcast. Stay tuned to Newport Gulls Baseball all summer long. And until our next broadcast, so long, everybody.